Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. It's another Puzzle Wednesday. We got Magical Drop 3. No wrinkles, no silliness. I will say, we're very, very close to going down the rabbit hole with some of the PlayStation Magical Drop soon. We've tested a little Duck Station. Feels pretty primo. But, before that, just a little vanilla, no seasoning. Time to get back to the competitive end of it. We've got, on comms with me tonight, Critical Effect.
Hello.
Deka Fumo Death Cult.
Back again.
And birdup. He's in the stomach dimension. Don't worry about him. He'll be back someday. But we got a decently stacked bracket tonight. It's right around like 15, 16 people. So I did want to I don't know what I want to do. I want to watch Magical Drop.
I think it's time for some Magical Drop.
Yeah, I'm hoping we get full mirrors tonight. Like, not that wasn't the entire point of the last one, but I still want more. That bracket was kind of funny. Anyway, I
believe someone might pull it out.
Yo, Guckiwummpus here at the 2:29 a.m. in Germany bracket.
Yeah, he's a legend.
He absolutely
he's real soldier of Magical Drop.
Absolutely. We will be having match calling going on the Discord. If you're not in there, see yourself in. Just hit exclamation Discord in chat, and even if you're not in for bracket tonight, we got a lot of stuff going on. Puzzle games. We got some new indie titles coming down the line. Pedal Crash 2. Hamster Scrambles tomorrow. If you've not played that, it's one of the more violent puzzle bottle takes I've seen, and that's a compliment. Always is a compliment. So, what do we got for first on stream?
If I remember correctly, we should be having birdup and ianmelon, so that's probably the reason why we don't have birdup.
Yeah.
Trying to get in the gamer stance.
So, birdup, dude doesn't need introduction. He's like, carries most of the competitive scene for Magical Drop in the West on his back. But, hopefully this isn't throwing him to the wolves, but I know ianmelon. He's someone that actually started coming out to the locals that we do for puzzles down here in Florida. Yeah. So.
Hold on. Well, no, because I think like because I've talked to him a couple of times at USF.
Yeah.
Or at least like on the Discord, and that is it is actually him. Okay.
Yes.
I thought it was like someone completely randomly different. Never mind. But yeah, no. Yeah, he's definitely like a fan of Magical Drop. He. Still like, kind of getting used to some of the shenanigans that, Magical Drop is known for, but, still, the important thing is he has fun while he plays it.
Yeah. I feel, though, it's hard to be in online brackets and not be thrown to the wolves immediately.
I think that's especially, like, not just online, but the moment you open the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of rough, and like, it was still a little bit of a shocker because the funny thing about him, the funny story about like me and him is that at USF it was supposed to be a very silly bracket where if you win rock paper scissors, you force someone to play a game that you have chosen ahead of time.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, Magical. Someone picked. So it was funny because someone released the list of all the potential games that we could be playing. But when I saw Magical Drop, I'm just like, I didn't ask for Magical Drop. Who is this person? So I ended up actually playing him a little bit, and then he was just like, okay, yeah, I'm not taking you to Magical Drop. I'm staying away from you.
We'll have to make mistakes.
I mean, to be fair, like, if I really wanted to be a quote-unquote good competitor, I would have not shown my hand, but also, at the same time, Magical Drop fun. I just wanted to play with people, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, no, like, and I also know, like, he does have, like, other puzzle experience. I know he is a enthusiast of Puyo Tet, so it's not like he's coming into, like, a puzzle game and not simply just hoping for the best. Pray to God something works well.
He's been coming out to, again, the Tampa locals and playing, like, Puzzle Bubble, Every Bubble,
Okay.
and TGM2 have been, like, the 2 recurring ones. We're starting to pick up
Yes.
Kettle Crash a little bit. So, we love to see the enthusiasm.
Mm-hmm.
Birdup picked a weird time to just cut off the call and just die.
Yeah. He when he said he got a tummy ache, that is no longer an ache, that is a struggle.
just
Bro is fighting for his life right now.
Just make the call in Discord. Like, do we DQ Birdup?
I'm
Yeah.
going to interject here real quick. Sorry for unmuting. Birdup said that they'll need 5 minutes in a tournament organizer desk.
Okay.
Oh no,
good.
I'm aware.
So
That was not a serious call there.
Yeah. No. We're just poking fun. You guys want to watch something else?
I'm gonna at least pick one of these. Let's see what co-commentator Deka is doing with Sheridan right now.
Yeah.
And when we get an actual match call underway for Ian Birdup, we will properly watch that.
Yeah. So it would be really cool if I could get into the match.
There's a lot of
That's the
things that
first
would be
thing.
cool.
Yeah. But no, like Deka sheridactyls, definitely like out of like the first round polls, gonna be one of the closest matches. Oh, we got Daughter's Strength lined up for us. So also funny cool fact, Deka did take game 1, so this is sheridactyl's counterpick, and Deka taking first round here. Okay, Deka.
Yo.
Yeah. So how much do you know about like the the matchup between these two specifically? Do they have like that many games with each other?
We go back and forth very often.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think historically I have a little bit of an edge, but this is definitely like a pretty close to a 50-50 matchup for who wins.
Understandable. So yeah, definitely like, with close score like that, you definitely are trying to pull out as many like quick pulls as you can, and Daughter Strength is definitely the definition of I would like to win and make you not live.
I did like how Deka held on to the rainbow for just a rainy day.
Yeah, and especially like bringing the board all the way down, to maximize the damage potential. That means still kind of playing with fire right now, but just edges out, stays alive at the last second.
That was definitely Die Last Gaming.
Good God, man.
Absolutely.
Alright,
Alright, so,
unfortunately,
yeah,
I'm not
a little
Birdup,
bit
so I'm not the master of this character.
yeah.
It ate my quarter. I'm so sad.
Hello?
It ate my quarter. Call the arcade staff.
Wait, what the hell?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying!
If you throw something, it's a known bug. If you throw a match and it gets pushed off of the top of the screen as it's matching, it will just disappear. It's gone forever.
Okay, I never
Does
knew.
not pop, does not count towards quota.
That's crazy.
It doesn't even do that? That's crazy.
Oh, I'm gonna...
Oh yeah, this is a little dicey situation. Oh, no good colors for the green! Has to do so much rearranging.
That was like a game-losing play on the round start right there.
Oh my God, yeah, really, man.
Yeah, the game like low-key just kind of gave sheridactyls a bonus. Like, you know what? You can have this one.
It's a little fucked up.
Yeah. Oh no, mistimed it a little bit.
Yeah, a little late.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like we have Birdup and ianmelon underway after all, so let's get in there quick.
Alright, so okay, goodbye, Deka.
Alright.
Best
Have
of
fun.
luck.
I can't believe he started talking.
I can't believe they started that before even notifying us. We're already 2 rounds into the first game.
Yeah.
Admittedly, this is just going to be tough because it's Ian having to play defense against, like, 3rd best player
Yeah.
Western
I mean,
region.
that's just kind of how, like any sort of like skill diff is gonna
That
be.
being said, he lost to quota and only by like 30 something.
Yeah.
That is
Well,
not something you.
like I said, Ian definitely has fundamental ideas on how to play, how to move around. I think a lot of it is just it's more awareness. Board awareness is really the hard part. Sure. Okay.
I'm just saying, like, I can do alright in match with drop 6, and I'm pretty sure everyone in this bracket could still slap me via KO. So, for a first showing against someone of this caliber, that's plenty fine. You're doing great.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Like, Ian definitely, has the ideas there. And, that's the important part, more than anything.
I think the biggest thing I'm noticing is Brother is clearly not match moving. Like, if something's within an aisle or two, he'll get to it, but, his across-the-board speed movement is just kind of suffering.
Yeah.
Chooses
And
to
again,
take the rainbow a little low.
it's a lot of it is just not really knowing the finer details of how to play the game at that next level.
Yeah,
he's essentially playing level 1 fundamentals, essentially.
The game is not going to tell you that match moving exists. So
Exactly.
Understandable.
Yeah. Because you can see the biggest difference is that birdup is intentionally dropping his board in order to gain more resources. And you see how easier it is to access these large combos compared to Ian. Again, he still doesn't really know what characters are doing because it's very obvious that he's not really bouncing around Empress's board a lot.
Mm.
So I wonder if he's I'm pretty sure Ian is just kind of picking characters I like that one. That's a cool looking dude. That's a cool looking person. But yeah, right away, we already have a power gem on deck, and the key difference, Ian spends it immediately, birdup, bringing that board all the way down, and just cashing out super hard for an early lead.
Okay, drops green center board. This is an easier one to not die from, top out, but...
Yeah. But, it is, you're still, having to play the efficiency game, and, Ian is definitely, struggling in this department.
The biggest problem is, birdup is the efficiency king when it comes to quota wins. So, this is just a lack of, matchup spread knowledge, and it's... All this is, man, you're really showing off some cool stuff here. It's just heartbreaking seeing some of the stuff that you don't know that's holding you back a little bit.
Yeah, no, this is definitely matchup the big things is execution and matchup knowledge, and execution can only get you so far. Cause I can be fast, I can brute strength it, but if you don't know those clean efficient ways of playing around certain characters, you're only gonna be so effective.
Resource management so you don't overspend.
Yep.
General,
and also
how to cope with
ice. Yeah, because Ian definitely they don't even know what to do with it, where to put it out. Whereas birdup knows immediately what color to spend the ice on, how to play around the ice.
Oh, absolutely. That being said, we run it at locals, so he's probably gonna do pretty solid.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, because I definitely when I played him at USF, I decided to be a little funny and pull out the daughter strength, and he definitely kind of had some rounds where he got steamrolled, but he also had some rounds where I'm just okay, I didn't kill him in my first attack, and now I actually have to fight, and I'm uncomfortable. You know what I mean?
Nah, forget all that noise. It's time for the Guckiwummpus match.
All right,
Gucky Leonant's gonna be a good one.
I have to give the eternal shoutouts to Gucky, a lot of the actual European base we have. It's almost 3 a.m. over there. He's entering bracket. It's you know what? It's a weeknight. This is the best use of my time, and I can't thank you enough, because if I were in your position, I don't know if I could agree with that. But he's a particularly strong competitor. Only really started playing this last year, and like he made it to top 8 for this year's Magidoro Masters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really,
no,
really started off with a pretty strong foundation as a really strong panel player, and then over the course of the first Magidoro Master, they missed the first Magidoro Master, but right after Magidoro Masters ended, they joined the scene, and by the time the second one came around, they were strong enough to qualify. So they've seen a huge amount of improvement from 0 to one of the top players.
Look, he and Ty proved my pet theory that it's easy for panel players to pick this game up as true, and I will always take that validation.
I mean,
Yeah,
I've said it too. Like, I started, like, when we started playing this locally, I definitely called myself like a panel main back then, and yeah, can't confirm.
You are one of Tampa's strongest.
Yes, yes, panel movement go crazy in this game.
All right, strong first round from Gucki.
Yep.
Or wait, no, it's round 2.
Yep.
Yeah, round
That
2,
being
but
said,
still,
like,
1-1.
Leonant's
Like,
like,
the big thing is just like, you know, like being like, you know, a movement freak essentially as like a panel player. You know, it's so tempting to just like, you know, move, go fast, hit buttons. But like the big thing that screwed Ducky in the first round is that he accidentally covered his red activation in one of his columns, so it kind of screwed him over. But regardless, you can see like how cleanly and like efficiently he's moving. So like, you know, as long as he doesn't, you know, kind of get stuck like that with like an awkward pattern,
he really
you know,
ran out of
he's gonna be
material
good.
upward there.
a little bit of that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you gotta be surgical with your quota wins.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh no, he actually pulled that green off the right side a little too early. So it's gonna be a little bit of awkward building. Still holding on to... Still wanting the quota war. No, not strong.
Leonant's kind of gotten a little tangled up in the middle here as well, so... Despite a little bit of a flub from Gucki there, he's managed to maintain a fairly... Like,
Yeah.
they're pretty on par for quota at the moment. It is.
Yeah, the big thing is that like Ducky's quota counter is rolling first. Like even though like, you know, the lead isn't really that big, the big thing is he's always having that extra step forward. So, you know, keeping that pace is like very important. But oh god, round 5.
Alright, we're into the round 5
card.
ice here.
Oh yeah.
A really interesting strategy that I've seen quite a bit of success with round 5 ice is actually just immediately jump into 2 chains. A lot of people don't take it seriously because they're still on like the mindset of, oh, it's magician, but it's a lot harder to cut through that pattern than it seems. And it looks like I'm being sent to the chopping block. I gotta go fight Rudolph.
Oh, you really meant chopping block?
Everyone pour one out for Deka. He's not coming back alive.
I'll see you guys in the losers bracket.
See you all.
Pray for my man. But yeah. Anyways, we got some Sun Gaming, and oh, sweet mother of yellow, this is gonna be very juicy on Ducky's board. Yeah, jumping out super far ahead onto that quota lead. But yeah, like, Ducky's efficiency is just really strong, and like, he's always having like that first, essentially like that first hit bonus, you know?
Yeah. You also kind of have to shift gears near the end of it, because I was worried that he had his red items still, like, laying in wait there. And you don't want to overextend a chain reaction when you need to close out a round.
Yeah, no, that's a big thing, because, like, you have to wait for that chain to finish. Lean in with the almost full clear.
Like, my brain thinks of, like, you know when Angel plays Forza and other sim racers, like, you have to be very mindful, actually, like, break around curves to make it like, as tight as possible. Yeah, no, like, it is absolutely shifting gears and, like, threading the needle on a kind
Yeah,
of
that
wider
efficiency, but not like overshooting. That's the finish line, essentially. Oh wow, 7 differential on Dakota. Jesus.
This is feeling very even.
Yeah, no, 100%. Again, it's just like I said, like I kind of joked a little bit. It's all about like that first hit bonus. I feel like is the big thing between these two. Because like not only do you have like that first hit, it's letting that quota run and like finish first. So like even if like have like similar type like similar like quota like strength, if you just like have the extra frames ahead of you, you are gonna be big in the race towards quota.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing is like again, like I don't know who should watch at this point because like it's just so close. Like they're both playing super efficiently. But like a lot, I think like another part of it is like intentionally dropping your chain so that your opponent's attack can come through and start filling you with resources as well. And I think that's one of just like the
What I
weird
like about
of
watching
it.
Gucky's side is that he tends to maximize like single clears. So
Yeah.
we'll have something like, oh, this is half board yellows, and like ice will slow you down just the teensiest bit, but man, when matches are this close, that teensiest bit counts.
Exactly.
Yo, High Priestess, let's go.
Okay.
Okay. Ducky
Yeah.
holding onto the item, accepting a little bit of damage. We're gonna save that for a rainy day, cashes it on greens.
Yep.
Like, look at that. That's a half
Yeah.
board spent on, like...
Big clear, and Leonant just scattered resources all over the place, just couldn't handle the pressure. But yeah, like you're saying, like, big single clears.
I know that, like, the scene has called it different things, but, like, brother, that's power change to me. He is...
Oh, no, absolutely. That is just one big old shotgun shell straight to the dome, honestly. And it's both. It serves two purposes. One, that big attack, send a lot of pressure to your opponent. But at the same time, you are doing one, like clearing out a lot of quota, but you're also like, doing as a small chain as possible so that your quota counter can start running again.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you like get that frame advantage in the quota race.
I mean, looking at quota right now, this is about as close as, like, laughing Gucky is gonna get someone. Having a 30-something difference is huge this high level.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of where he's edging out Leonant. It's just, like, raw speed and precision.
Right.
If he was maybe taken to, like, more volatile character matchups here, who knows? I don't remember... Okay.
Yeah.
We cut
Yeah,
out there
Leonant
pretty
just-
sudden. Oh, that was
Leonant just couldn't get anything started that game. Like, definitely playing off, like, the back foot the entire round. But damn.
Unfortunate. Alrighty then. Let's see
So
what we got
damn nice
called
3-0.
stream next. Yeah. That was the definition of, like, 3-0 but close. Good God.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, it's so great to watch this game because it really just does come down to frames. Like, this is basically like competitive speedrunning. Like some people like obviously puzzle games are totally fighting games. Like this game specifically is speedrunning like races down to the wire. And sometimes you might get blown up and like die having your board pushed down. But like if that's not a factor, it's literally frames and optimization that you're looking for with like people so close to each other. It's really fun to watch. Amazing.
Okay, let's see what we got called next on stream. Teodesk says... What does Teodesk say?
Gee, what does it? Pending callable matches.
Scherzo and Anryyy. It looks like it may have. Well, let's get into as much of that as we can. Okay. We're going to be seeing this a little bit late into it, but let's see.
No, it's only just been still game 1. We're in round
Wow.
2.
That's a little surprising, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be in there momentarily. Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, that was a big clear from Scherzo.
I got some
Anryyy
bees on the startup, so you're in the future dimension.
Oh, okay.
It's,
That's cool.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
You're free to call things from the future, and everyone will be like, wow, Gabe, how did you know that's going to happen?
I'm just that good at commentating,
Just
man.
that good. He
I'm
knows the
actually
moves
just that
before
good.
they happen.
You can see it. The future. It's not written.
Anryyy
My
almost went for the
worth.
all clear. I kind of wish that happened.
I actually don't know how far in the future I am, so it's gonna be really funny to see.
Well, we're just starting round 3.
Ah, okay. Yeah, sizable.
Yes. I can try again.
Right.
Oh, that's because round 3 is very short.
Yeah.
That's
The funny thing is that like they took a second to in between rounds, but
We're gonna try and hop
Game
back in
two.
really quick.
all right.
Hopefully, we'll be a little bit more caught up.
I will try to fill in right now, but I know it's a chariot match.
Okay.
Still game 1, but Scherzo. Ooh, let's see after this clear. Yeah, no, Scherzo's definitely just cleanly ahead in quota, at least like 10 minimum. Maybe
Okay.
pushing 15 after like everything resolves, but my god. Big ol' clear from Scherzo's side, and yeah, and Anryyy just getting pressured super hard right there.
Yeah. Okay. We're caught in real time now. Let's go.
Okay. Okay, big ice clear coming up from Anryyy, but Scherzo actually delaying it a little bit with extra resources. Trying to maximize that damage. And yeah, Anryyy definitely like being way more dominant in this game right now. Having full control. Big ol' ice clear with the yellow item.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. And despite everything, Scherzo, my god, big swing back ahead in the game. So one solid clear is all he needs, and that's it.
I'm starting to see it a little bit, but there's some moments where it looks like Anryy's just really winding up an idea that Scherzo's still just acting through. He does not seem to require as much getting his bearings to run his game plan.
Right.
Especially with, like high or weird damage characters. Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, Anryy's definitely like kind of getting tripped up in like certain like awkward damage positions. Especially with like, you know, how like Chariot just like attacks you straight in the center, so you know, the moment that you lose like, you know, your stability in the board, you know, everything just kind of comes crashing down, and now you're having to waste even more time in cleaning up your board, and that just means, oh yeah, I get you run way ahead in the race.
Yo, Death?
Yep.
Okay. Again, like, I
Yeah.
appreciate the volatility of the pick here. But
Again, it's just like Scherzo is just way more stable.
yeah,
Is able to keep it very easy and clean to play around with. And I do like the idea of Anryyy trying to instead of bring that board down early, trying to keep it flat right here, still leaving himself a couple of resources. So when he has to dig down, he can. But oh no, all the wrong colors in the wrong spots.
like in this
And
case,
Scherzo just kind of cleaned them there.
Anryyy might be the reason Anryy's struggling on this one. Like maybe dial the dial higher on damage crazies, like take him to fortune, take him to tower. Like if you dollar strength, if you want to bank on your opponent stumbling, go all in.
I mean, even then, if you want to play like that, big old dummy resources, swing, give yourself the chance to swing back. Play someone like Fool.
Well, in this and like Hangman, a couple other cases, it's not necessarily like that. It's so individually damaging and like hard to work on. It's that they force color dependencies.
Yeah.
So if you can work around that, it's not as caustic to your opponent as it may first seem.
Yeah. What I'm saying is I think I think even if your opponent swings at you with a character like Full, it's still easy to recenter yourself. Compared to someone like Chariot, if you lose that one step, it kind of snowballs really hard in your face.
Mm.
And I think Fool is a little bit more forgiving on that side.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Try maybe go in that direction. Give yourself a little bit of, safety net.
Okay.
Sometimes you just need that easier character for a day where you're just your execution isn't just hot. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I get it. Trust me.
Yeah.
We got Rudolph
And Ducky.
Okay. So we're up to
Okay.
winner semis.
We are flying. But this is also just what the game is like. This game goes by fast.
Until you get around to top 4, and then it starts to balloon a bit. Because no one's dying anymore.
No one wants to die. They're too good. Again, this is where it becomes speedrunning. It just becomes a speedrun race, and it's awesome. Because it's literally all of just that micromanagement when it comes to playing around your board.
What if I just simply choose not to perish? I'm not getting anything on the spectating for this, right?
Yeah, I'm also getting a black screen.
Okay, I'm glad it's not just me.
Okay, they actually are not playing. They might have had a bit of connection issues, so.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, Rudolph is just saying black screen.
Okay.
Oh boy. Alright. Let's get our Discord friends to figure out what's going on, because I'm still getting a black screen.
It's not even loading the actual instance of the ROM on this.
Yeah, no, I straight up got nothing. Let me try one more time.
Yeah. In absence of that, they're gonna have to go through the Discord and stress test that, and we're probably gonna run the other side of Winner's Quarters first then.
Do we have the other side? Let's see. We do not, so birdup and Draco are playing each other right now, and the winner of that gets to fight for Scherzo and semis, so let's see how far along they are.
Yeah. We're gonna pop over there for a little bit, retroactively go into Winner's Quarters.
Okay. Oh, game 5. Uh-oh. That's scary.
Okay.
Game 5, one apiece right now.
Sun is absolutely a birdup pick.
Yeah.
It's like, no more interaction, only speed run.
This
as a top out just happened.
Yeah, exactly. This is the optimization station we have entered. and birdup is gonna take you on a trip.
Birdup's best characters, either Sun or Chariot. They have very, very similar patterns, so if he's taking you there, he's serious.
Yes, and also birdup has a second rainbow on deck, bringing it all the way down a little bit. Only going for the yellow. Okay. But does have that strong blue in the background. But Draco, despite everything, Draco is still leading in the quota charge right now. Uh-oh, big old green swing, still not enough to come back. But that quota lead is getting smaller, except not anymore! 21 for Draco! We got an ice start on Sun right now, okay. Again, super close games right now. Birdup with this. Actually, you know what? I can't even talk about the quota lead right now because it's so close. Only 2 apart right now. Everyone just kind of swinging big for the fences, trying to get this quota advantage. But Draco's slowing down a little bit, not getting as big of a clear as they would like. But yeah, Birdup with all the extra resources and a red item in the background. Ice also set up perfectly for him. This might be the clear that he needs. Yes, it is.
I think he was
taking that to the wire.
He was so cautious of overspending on that.
Oh yeah, no, he was definitely thinking about it. I was thinking about it too. It was crazy. Oh no.
All right, we're trying to troubleshoot the Gucky.
Yeah. Gucky Rudolph shenanigans. So apparently Rudolph is fine with Deka, but fingers crossed. Because Rudolph Gucky would definitely just be one banger of a set. Absolute fireworks. But if they're still struggling, we do have Scherzo birdup. Possibly ready and rocking to go.
Hello. Sorry, I was supposed to be on commentary from earlier, and I didn't figure there was a good time to drop in, but after that match, I figured I'd come say hi.
Hello.
Hello.
We might be throwing you back on stream.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that last one was on stream. But
yeah, well, the thing is that it's supposed to be the thing is that it's supposed to be Rudolph Gucky, but they're having issues. Actually, hold on. They are together right now, so let me see if we have a game. It might... No, we got a game. We got a game.
Okay.
Yes.
So, am I playing Scherzo, or are we waiting for that match?
You're waiting.
Oh, no. Gucky Rudolph is actually playing.
Okay, cool.
It is functional. We have colors.
Okay. Yeah, we had to... Look, we're playing it by ear to make sure this even works.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. Y'all go in and say words. We're good now.
Okay. But yeah, Gucky Rudolph, like, the Rising Star versus the GOAT right now. And again, 1 round apiece already. Just from 2 top outs, which is crazy.
I didn't see Gucky versus any of Gucky versus Leonant because I was playing, but it looks like he cleaned up.
No, it was. My God, it was. It 3-0, but it was close. But some people might disagree on that last part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because oh boy, that was a good set.
Well, we know Gucky gets the insomnia power up.
Oh
the
yeah.
The less he's slept, the better he's playing.
Absolutely.
I wish my
this
body
is the first time. I think this is the first time, maybe this year, that Wampa hasn't been in a tournament, so the field's wide open. That said, last tournament, which was the Alex Alchemy tournament last month for the fundraiser, Rudolph placed 3rd behind Scherzo. And Scherzo actually took a set off of Wampa. Straight up in bracket. Yeah. The first set that I think Wampa's dropped to anybody in bracket that isn't named Rudolph ever. So we'll see. I mean, I play Scherzo after this. I asked for Scherzo to be seated over me specifically because of that, because I haven't been playing too much recently. But you know, you would think this tournament's Rudolph's to claim, but maybe Scherzo has other ideas. Maybe Gucky can assert some of his own ideas of wanting to play late into the night. Maybe I'll have something to say by then.
So like definitely like a lot like from what I've been seeing like this year specifically, like you know, like Wampa Rudolph, you know, always forever will be probably like number 1, number 2, you know.
Yeah.
But like they're not like in this like unreachable pedestal anymore. Like they're starting to show that they can bleed in bracket.
For sure, the gap is getting closer. I think the other thing too is that in the same way there's a bunch of people who have come close to beating me in bracket but haven't done it yet. Like there's a tier of folks who can beat me who haven't yet, right? Like Draco's among them. I think Gucky hasn't beaten me in tournament, but definitely could. Lamel may have beaten me once, but like I would put them in that tier, like Leonant. But now I think there's a tier of people who could beat Rudolph and Wampa. They just need to do it, right?
Yeah,
they have the ability to do so. They just need the dice to fall right for them.
Yeah,
and
but
that tier of people is growing.
Yeah.
Speaking of Lamel, I kind of want to see the hack match run back.
Oh, well, whenever you're ready, I still have it. Also, Gucky's scoring 2 victories on Father Strength here.
Yeah, Gucky kind of fumbled himself by doing an all clear off the yellow, but still had so much else on the board, so kind of ruined his flow for that rest of the round. But, ooh, bad yellow management. Yeah, Rudolph definitely coming in. And now we have to... Rudolph remembering how to play the character, and now ice is a factor as well, so this can be really scary. Oh no, haven't you dribbled the red so much? But my god, Rudolph!
Yeah, so he wanted to move that blue one more column over, and I think the input either got eaten or dropped. So he stacked the blue right on top of where he wanted to put the green, and it was pretty much game over from there.
Yeah. Like I said, they're bleeding a little bit.
Yeah. Gonna see.
I mean, even then, like, you know, like farther, you know, like, you know, compared to like when I first started, you know, playing and like, you know, following a little bit, like, you know, characters like Father Strength, and even like some of these secret characters were known as like, you know, oh, you know, I'm gonna cheese you out, I'm gonna knowledge check you. But it's gotten a little bit smarter about the game and understand like how certain characters work. So, you know, going Father Strength in Game 5 in a fashion like that's really terrifying. Especially like, you know, if your name is Rudolph and Wampa. Because like now you really are having to like, you know, make sure that your micro management is like super on point.
Right. I think too, like oh sorry, I got distracted there. And I completely lost my train of thought. So if it comes back, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Yeah. I got caught up thinking about the intricacies of Gucky failed to, you know, he's gotten a Rainbow Orb both of these rounds. Doesn't look to do anything with it, with all of the ice, despite Tower making it really easy for you to clone that Rainbow Orb.
Yeah, I remember, like, this is like one of the, you know, recently discovered disco characters.
Yeah, he's a classic one, and I think it's one of the reasons he's fallen out of favor as a top tier pick.
Yeah.
Because his pattern is so, like, oppressing, but the fact that there's so much clear ice and all he gets are the Rainbow Orbs,
yeah,
like he becomes more of a gimmick character.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a lot of like that, you know, the new technology of, you know, 2023. It's learning like, you know, how to just not just cheese people, but like how to like, you know, actually play around it. Not just, oh, character is cheesy because, you know, character is cheesy, therefore I will play.
Before I do kind of situation.
Yeah.
I think we've seen a lot of that, and this is actually my train of thought, which disappeared from my station. We see a lot of that with Empress and with World now, right? Like, she used to be...
I think World's another one. Yes, I remember.
Like a specifically pressure your opponent character, right? All you're trying to do is 2-chain push him off the board. Now everybody's so good, because we've had so much practice on her. She's more of a quota character now, and she's a weird quota character. So, like, there's a group of people, Wampa included, some of the other folks who like to play the higher tiers. Ooh.
Oh, this could be really awkward for Gucky!
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, again, it has that... Yeah, the unfortunate clear, but actually it's off. Everything's off the board, so it doesn't count. Damn.
Let's see what they do here. Rudolph accidentally selecting lovers. Is Gucky? Oh, they're going to
Oops.
reset.
Oh.
Okay. Smart. Who knows the button? Very good. But yeah, there's now there's characters that are kind of shifting around the tier list, right? You see like Tower slip down a little bit, probably stays on the same tier, but I think like World and Empress may have dropped a tier in my opinion since.
I know. World is definitely one of the characters that dropped. I don't remember if Empress was the other one as well.
Well, they're the clones, so they would be
Yeah.
together
Okay.
there. And then I think Death and Emperor, we used to have them as like a coin flip character, but when you watch even like the highest level players play, she's kind of scary. She definitely pressures people off the board a lot more frequently than you would kind of give her credit for. So I think her and Emperor have an argument to move up on the list.
Yeah.
You know,
Remember if Hermit was also another one of those characters that opinions have changed of him in like recent years. Like
Hermit?
Hermit's still kind of violent.
So Hermit, I would say, probably took the place of Tower, in my opinion, on the tier list. So they probably swapped like the number 2 position.
Right.
Because the Tower Ice is so ubiquitous. And Hermit's like a character that, if you want somebody to have to show that they can play all the way through a secret character pattern, you take him to Hermit. He's kind of like the more honest high tier pick besides Father Strength.
Right.
And a less gimmicky one than Tower or Fortune, because Fortune also has the big, easy to clone ice scenario.
Yeah, but right now it is looking rough for our hero Gucky. Just hasn't been
Unfortunate. But Rudolph is as strong as he is for a reason. Did I lose all my co-commentary? I have a distinct feeling I'm all alone. Oh yeah, was this Discord taking a while to say that it was... Can't believe you're all pranking me. Well, anyway, we have up next, it should be Scherzo and birdup, so we can at least get that one rolling. And Discord died again. Okay, I think we're back up. Weird problems to be having, but we're live again. See that it looks like Discord's back up.
Like
Oh.
it against
There you are.
Just get me Tetra. Yeah, no, I can't explain things anymore. We got, birdup Scherzo.
Oh, we're back.
We're back.
Wow. Okay, so I think Crit ran to the bathroom quickly, so I'll get set up with Scherzo in a moment.
It's appreciated. Deka, why didn't you destroy Leonant?
I tried. I choked super hard. I just got stuck and couldn't move a handful of times, and I lost by literally one quota in 5 games. That I was ahead and I just got stuck. My guy wouldn't move.
Sometimes that little guy just has a mind of his own.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, because I kind of just said it in the chat.
What's up?
It's November here, right?
Uh-huh.
January, seems like a good time for, maybe a big tournament series that is Magical Drop themed to start again.
Crazy. Who would be silly enough to do something like that?
I don't know. I know some people. I might try to pull some strings behind the scenes. Get my Magical Drop Illuminati together and run another Magidora Masters.
Yo?
You don't say.
Yeah. So details in the works.
We'll probably be there.
I would hope so. I would hope that you would join me. We'll see what we do in December for a tournament. It's a busy month, so but it would line up with when the next Puzzle Wednesday would be January potentially. So it could be the first Magidora Masters qualifier, and then I will bring back Death's Doorstep if that's the case as well. So mark your calendars. Wait for an official announcement. I got to get behind the scenes and get some art done, probably.
Wink,
make a new
wonk.
logo. But you heard it here first. If you stuck with us through the break, Magidora Masters 3 coming this January. I'll be putting up some of my own money as the prize pot again. Maybe figure out some other fun. Yeah, figure out some other fun stuff to do. I feel like I want to make merch this time.
Ooh.
I feel like it's been a while since I've made some merch, so maybe I'll make a shirt or something too.
But
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, all right, we'll talk about that.
I'm sure somebody would wear a Magical Drop shirt out in the universe.
I know at least a small handful.
Yeah, I mean, I have one that I made for myself with the Fool on it. It seems to, folks seem to like it when I wear it around. Okay, so let me find Scherzo.
I was about to say I'd wear a Magical Drop shirt if it was sleeveless. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, you could. I mean, it probably will have sleeves. You just cut the sleeves off. Yeah, just take the sleeves off.
I said, I would wear a Magical Drop shirt without sleeves. It doesn't matter who makes it sleeveless. It will be done.
But Gabe, your small baby arms cannot tear the sleeves off.
Who said anything about tearing sleeves? Come on now, we have technology.
Oh right.
The other thing too, if you're in the greater U.S. area, which includes the countries around it and people who are capable of flying to the U.S., I'm going to go to Genesis this year. Our good friend Sheridactyls always hosts a side tournament for Magical Drop. I'm going to try to make it out this year. So if you like Smash, Genesis is already a great tournament for you. If you want to play some puzzle games, we'll be there. You can hang out with me.
There's also, I heard for puzzle people, I'm pretty sure Tetris Connected is supposed to be there as well, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I don't have the full list. I'm sure Sheridactyls can share it. There's some cool arcade side tournaments. Their arcade is always very nice every year. They run like a big DDR. I was going to say Bust a Move, but that's not the right one. But whatever the other,
it should be
In the Groove. Whatever the other. Yeah.
ITG, yeah, there you go.
Game is. Yeah, so they always run a big tournament for that. They have Super Turbo. They have a bunch of stuff. So, come hang out. Hopefully, if folks can make it out there, I'll be there, hopefully, and I'll say hello to you. Maybe it'll be a qualifier this year. Who knows? Get some points.
I wish I had the money to go to Genesis.
Yeah. We'll see what happens for CEO next year, too. Isn't it coming back to Orlando? So maybe there's the odds that I show up down there and say hi.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
I thought CEO is going back to Orlando next year.
If it's not next year, it's the year after. But TNS is going to be in Orlando, and it is going to be in March. So, hey yo,
maybe
we'll talk.
Hey yo.
All right, I'm setting my challenge to Scherzo now. So this is a fun little spoiler for stuff that's coming up. But we'll talk more soon. You'll hear from me in the back channels. Okay. He accepted. I'm going to mute myself because I'm going to need my full focus. Hopefully I play a little better than I did last round, but we'll see how it goes. All right.
He doesn't want to hear our dude selves. Can't blame him.
Mm-hmm. Alright, game is live.
You alive, Deka?
Yep, I'm here.
Alright, it's
Sorry.
showtime. They're in match.
Loading it.
Alright, it's gamer time, baby. And we have a rainbow start. So, you know it's gonna be fun. So this is a weird dynamic of the match going on right now. birdup a little bit behind on quota, but offering himself all like the extra resources that Scherzo's kind of sending him. So very much going to swing either way. Yeah. Am I in Futureland? Juicey?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. Legit. Anyways, okay, hello? Thanks, Fightcade.
Oh, now you might be. Who knows?
Yeah, well, it just kicked me out, so
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
That's what was weird. I mean, like, I'm back in now, so, but I was just kind of like, I just got like the surprise guru error, so I'm just like, okay.
Hate to see it.
Yeah.
Notably, birdup's a little top board, a little bit behind quota. A lot of bit behind quota, honestly.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, kind of in a rough spot that round.
Scherzo definitely laying on the pressure. So,
Yeah, like, birdup is definitely playing way slower than Scherzo. The difference is that, like, when he's able to, like, move and groove, like, oh my god, like, quota is, like, kind of like a whatever factor, and then, like, he'll just, like, kick it into high gear once he hits, like, around the 50 mark.
yeah.
But, like, if his board gets disrupted, you know, it's very easy for Scherzo to just kind of knock him out.
Yeah. Admittedly, we're a couple months out of practice birdup here.
Okay.
Some things can't be helped.
Yeah. I mean, still, like, it's, like, an interesting, like, dynamic just to see in general, because, like, the idea is still there. Like, it's not like it's completely unorthodox, you know what I mean? It's just like, you know, I'm one of those, like, people that's like, oh, I love, you know, games because, you know, player diversity and expression and whatnot, you know, kind of thing. But, like, because, like, it generally is interesting to see, especially, like, you know, with a character like Magician, you know, where, oh my god, one off.
Good God.
One. Haha,
But-
one.
Yeah. One. He was number one.
I think a lot of it is always going to show, like, I'm glad we came up, or, honestly, birdup very much pushed forward the, mirror match as a default rule set, because your player expression kind of comes up like, oh, what's your matchup spread? What do you prioritize?
Yeah.
What win condition do you favor? And how do you actually, manage to execute that?
Oh my god, this is really scary.
Scherzo,
Yeah.
claiming first set.
Yeah, very unfortunate execution error on birdup's side. But yeah, like, you know, like, what I was trying to say earlier is, like, you know, a character like Magician, where, you know, even though he has a very stable attack pattern in the earlier parts of the chain, the moment that you kind of slip up, it just devolves and just caves in on itself. So, and I saw it a couple of times in that match where birdup, you know, some rounds he's playing really clean. He's always keeping in pace and in time with the damage pattern. Other times he lets it get to that chain link where it starts off-centering itself and just create that awkward link. So I'm kind of like curious, like, how, you know, stable birdup is going to be in the early phase of the round before you have to, like, kick it into high gear in order to make up for that, you know, albeit small, like, still the quota deficit that he's basically playing at.
Birdup
Like,
sneaked that
like
last match in.
Yeah, like I said, it's a small deficit, you know, but, like, it's still like a deficit that he has to play on. So like he still, in a way, has to play at the mercy of Scherzo's pacing. You know, unless Scherzo for some reason decides to put his controller down for like 2 seconds. A good eye clear, especially off of the power attack. I think birdup gives so much ample time. Yeah, speaking of like kind of like letting yourself like off the controller a little bit, like Scherzo is very behind on quota right now. Yeah, it's gonna be very easy, clean, clear. Oh my god, birdup, calm down.
Ooh, a little bit of misdrop from birdup there. You have to stop and recalibrate for a second, but
Right.
right back to the races. Oh, great job popping the ice with yellow. This is a lot at the level that Scherzo and birdup are playing at. A lot of the advantage you get is from melting the ice with the right color, and you really have to have an intimate knowledge of the patterns to do that. And birdup did a fantastic job of getting a bunch of linked yellow orbs at the bottom of the board to also unfreeze all the yellow orbs at the top of the board. That being said, Scherzo still cooking with gas because he took that round after a pretty impressive start.
Yeah, and like the quota differential is still, somewhat substantial. 14 difference when the last few rounds we saw were literally like single digits. But yeah, okay, again, popping the power on the ice. Scherzo's like ice clears have been super great. Keeping up like that pressure is with quota, but birdup just needs one clear and there it is.
Sneaks it in.
Damn, One Piece. Oh no, we're actually going for a secret character? What are we gonna do? Secret character, no secret character. Let's go! I love it!
Alright, yeah, this is... World is... birdup was mentioning it earlier, but World is kind of like the new... like, mid-tier. This is the quota character that the strong players go to make sure you can go to quota. And it's...
Right.
It's not just, like... It's not just a hard pattern to quota. It's grueling. The,
Yeah, a lot of like
the
these
way
ice...
the way her color pattern works, it's just really, really hard to get big matches. And so your entire game plan revolves around how many like double clears can you squeak together.
Yeah. And also just playing around this ice, halfway through like the damage pattern is really obnoxious. Like you really have to take the time to, not like it's less about like slowing the execution down, but like more like having that strong board awareness, so you're not just kind of like aimlessly throwing stuff around, for the sake of just clearing stuff because button go fast. But my god, Scherzo really getting stuck in that second round. Ooh, leaving that green... Okay, you had to all clear, so it's no big deal. Okay. Okay, Scherzo, he's moving and grooving a little bit. Try and keeping everything alive, and good use of like extending certain pieces so that we, give himself a little bit more real estate to work with. But man,
birdup just kind of running out of material there at the top board.
Yeah. And even there, Scherzo was like, struggling a little bit right there and just trying to stay alive, but, birdup was the one who fell down last, so... Scherzo was gonna take it for free. Not gonna complain about that one bit. This is really dire from Scherzo, but, still alive. It's the important part. A little bit scattered on resources compared to birdup, though.
Ooh, birdup making a... Oh, never mind, I'm looking at his board backwards. I was gonna say birdup made a questionable pivot over on the left side. Oh, yeah, he dies on the left side, so...
Yeah, I was about to say, even then, he was so, hard focused on the right side of his board, so, he kind of, whatever. Oh, birdup actually getting a bit of a disco party started. So this could be really scary if your name's Scherzo, but okay, still keeps it alive. Gets all this ice out of here and still has 2 rainbow gems on deck. Oh, okay, he's gonna catch up both of them for the red, a little bit of a safety panic move. But still has control over this round.
He's very comfortable on his board right now.
Yeah.
And he has a 30 quota lead, so as long as he doesn't top out, he's
that's the important part.
Pretty
But
happy
the left side and the right side of his board is looking really dire.
Oh wow, and he just
Yeah.
ends up with the 2-pronged attack.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of afraid of, right there. Because, wasn't really balancing out his board for a little endgame sweep. Because, like you're saying, you have to be good with World in order to, get that quota win. And it was at a point where, birdup was definitely starving for resources. Is birdup going to the, Trident 2 Classic, the Sun. Ooh, there we go. There's that big yellow ice cleared out. I was waiting for on birdup's board. There's gonna be a big swing for birdup to steal by quota. Oh, he has to be really careful. You can see that in birdup. He was thinking of how to calculate the best way to get 5 without actually spending the rainbow gem. That gave Scherzo enough time to just slide in last second and steal that win.
Brother, that was by 1.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the second time in this set that it's happened by 1. birdup definitely not happy about that.
Okay. Big ice clear coming in super clutch for birdup.
Alright, birdup doing a good job in making sure that he gets the double clear.
Yeah, alright. Ice extension. But doesn't quite get to capitalizing. Move, there we go. Doesn't matter.
Oh, but it's just one too many shuffles at top board gave Scherzo the time he needed to
Yeah.
sneak into the lead. And this... Scherzo winning over birdup, not necessarily an upset, since I definitely put them at around the same level. But Scherzo winning over birdup on Sun, definitely.
Yeah, that's all I was about to say. Because
this is by far one of birdup's strongest characters.
Yeah. Again, birdup right now is
great
kind of
hit from
losing
birdup to get the center column, but
yeah, losing a little bit of steam because of his optimizations just quite aren't right on par. Okay, never mind, I look stupid. But he's kind of these last round these late game interactions where being a little bit resource starved and it's kind of making him move in awkward ways. Oh, big blue
birdup
ice.
not want to have to pop that with blue. Oh,
but
his
yeah,
quota gets
panic right at the end with the center fire coming in hot.
It ate my drop.
Yeah, it ate your lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely looked. That last interaction definitely looked a little okay moment.
Yeah, it was a little suspicious the whole time there.
Yeah.
I choked so hard in that Worlds game that
that was
I didn't
uncharacteristic.
deserve it. I did not deserve it. That's
Yeah,
twice tonight that I choked a 2-0 round lead on a character after playing really well. So
Yeah.
that's rough.
It's unfortunate. It happens.
That's okay. It's winners.
Yeah.
We're playing losers.
Anyway, before we move on in bracket, it's time we do our usual fireside chat. We got events. It's November. Right here on screen, if you look very carefully, you can see yourself on November 8th, right now, happening live. Magical Drop 3. Wave, if you look closely, you might see yourself. Following up, on the 15th, we are doing Super Puzzle Fighter 2X for matchmaking service. That's the Dreamcast version. And the Dreamcast version has a couple extra rule sets that I'm pretty sure they didn't thoroughly playtest at all. But we're doing Puzzle Fighter Y, which is vaguely columns-esque. There's diagonal clears, it's match 3 to clears, crash gems don't exist. Sometimes things just happen. So, that's going to be a time. On November 17th for Friday mode, we're instead sort of doubling down on an indie slot. I guess through sheer technicality you can call it Nintendo, but we're playing Dr. Thong's Righter of Wrongs. And if you're unfamiliar with that, it's actually more of a spiritual successor to a game called It's Mr. Pants for the Game Boy Advance, which, that rhymes too. I like that.
You just made up both these. These don't exist.
No.
You very moment.
You stop. You go on the stream right now. You look at the slide.
I've played.
You
Dr.
see what's there.
It's a game. It's
He's
very
even
much
holding
a game.
giant L. Like this got to be made up.
I mean, yes. Boats and Joe's made up the game. You can. There's a link in our Discord server. Go try it out.
I'm surprised that's not
time.
a Discord emoji. Also, I'm surprised that's not a reaction.
Could be a Discord.
Maybe with time. But we have the dev and artist on board for that one as sort of a showcase / comms. I think we're doing a little closed bracket of it, so it's gonna be a neat time. And we got an interesting way or two. We're gonna work around some of the visual elements of the game. Don't worry about that. On November 22nd, it may show the Super Famicom logo on the top right, but don't let that fool you. We are doing the PSX version of, and I'm going to try and get it right this time, Proyaku Neto Puzzle Stadium. If you don't know what that game is, it's like what if Puyo Puyo played out in the form of a baseball game. So, not only do clears do traditional damage, chains will load your bases and get you runs, and on the other opponent's side, you will be doing clears to score outs on your opponent, and you switch. So the whole macro game is how many runs you can get before you run out of innings. It's a time. There's some PSX specific mechanics like changing your pitcher, which actually influences your opponent's RNG. It's kind of crazy. It's going to be a great time. But that is going to be our first bracket using DuckStation spectating. And, if this goes well, Magical Drop F.
Well, that's why I'm running Agritora Masters, so that we just keep playing 3.
Well, you're not gonna do a tournament circuit for all the other fantastic and Magical Drop games. Not good enough for you.
Not at the moment. No.
When is Magidoro Masters 5 for Magical Drop 5 happening?
Oh god,
you can't. It's actually like a legitimate copy of Mag Drop 5 costs like.
We will sail the high seas.
Deka wins by default by the
yes,
person who has
he's
it.
the
only person who owns it.
Yeah.
He's the greatest Magical Drop 5 player alive. Anyway,
By elimination.
Yeah, just don't bring up details. Anyway, that aside, we will be wrapping up the month with Soul Dam, which is everyone's favorite, basically like versus Othello. It's always weird to describe that game, but a lot of it is about color swapping and diagonals, and it's a good time. Like, this was one that we started running late 2021, and it's kind of crawled up into like my top 5 for puzzle games. So you'd be doing yourself a disservice if you don't try it out. And with that, I believe that's it for the Puzzle Wednesday shills. What are we gonna?
When are you guys running Umera or URAM?
The game that Scherzo team runs. Well, does that even have a versus mode?
Yeah,
it's got
yeah,
versus.
versus.
I don't know if it has spectator.
I don't have to spectate though. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we would need.
I don't have an ear to the developers on that one. So
I wish. Honestly, I don't know if you watched it, but I do want to do one last show that I remembered. About 2-3 weeks ago, or like beginning of October, we did a bracket for a game that was still in active development. They were doing their online ranked test. It's called Hamster Scramble.
I remember seeing the post.
Yes. Do you has Deka subjected you to Azumanga Daioh Puzzle Bobble?
Oh yeah, I'm a big Azumanga Daioh.
It shares a lot of the same energy. It is a puzzle bobble style game. But
So there's a wall in the middle, but you have a meter that lets you jump onto your opponent's side of the board.
Oh jeez. Okay.
you have to actively fetch your own RNG in the form of hamsters running around in like the bottom half of the board, which is a platforming segment.
Oh god.
So between scrambling for your own RNG, being able to like stun lock your opponent, if you notice someone's at disadvantage, you can go up to their side and push them over the edge with their own ammunition. There's a lot going on in the game. We had a very fun time with that, and this is to birdup, but also to everyone else. Go check out the VOD on the YouTube channel. It was a great time. That is actually coming out proper tomorrow.
Oh, fun.
So check that out on Steam, wishlist it. I say that as if you can't just, go there tomorrow, but I think we will be seeing a decent amount more Hamster Scramble here in Puzzle Wednesday come 2024. And
Wishlisting is still good for the developers. So you should-
absolutely. Absolutely. Anyway, let's advance on bracket.
Are we starting on loser's side? Who's up?
Right. I keep forgetting that we order things different for online, but we don't actually have anyone in staff on bracket left, so yep. We're going from loser's side here.
Is someone Rudolph playing? Or is that a bug in my Fightcade? I think that's
Rudolph and Scherzo.
Okay. I think that's just my Fightcade showing a match that crashed or something.
No, I'm seeing it too.
No, they're playing.
Oh well, shit.
Okay, well, we're going to do the usual familiar smiles anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of hard to recall that.
Thankfully,
I
not
called
before.
it, and then you immediately went into another shill.
Well, they're one round apiece,
Yeah.
so we didn't miss
Not
too
too
much
far
of
in the
the
game.
action. All right. Rudolph was looking a little shaky on Magician today. I took the game off of it here.
Oh, big win. Let's go.
Wow.
Yeah, my first actual full game off of Rudolph.
Rudolph has claimed he's not in his prime anymore, but even his wash self is still good enough to beat us for the time being.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, he bleeds a little bit, but like,
Yeah.
just because a guy can bleed doesn't mean that he's still free. You know what I mean?
Scherzo beat him
Like,
last time, though, so we'll
Yeah.
see. He's up last month. I had half a mind to ask you guys to make Scherzo the first seed, but I changed my mind. That'd be some
Right.
recency bias.
Right. And now Rudolph is in that awkward part I was mentioning about Magician, where the moment you lose that stability with his damage pattern, you have to work so much. You have to work super hard to get yourself in a somewhat comfortable state again. So.
Wow, they're just trading matches, like back and forth. like with 5 to go every
Yeah.
time. Just like the one clear difference.
They have to do a lot of work to get down to those power orbs. And by the time you get there, not that much value.
Yeah, and
So
Scherzo only
Scherzo-
pulled up like 2 extra rows, so. Oh wow, gonna top it out.
Yeah.
Probably some sticky fingers there.
Yeah, I blame my loss against Scherzo on Magician to an all-clear problem. You know, I went all-clear gaming, and then I had nothing. It came in with ice, and then I was just dead. That time Scherzo just succumbing to some regular old pressure. Okay, so I talked about this before. Hermit, the honest high tier.
Yeah, basically world, but on both sides of the board. No, storing stuff on the left side because
Yeah.
world only pushes the center. You gotta manage your whole board on this one, and it's the same it's the same color pattern, so it's just as frustrating to manage on both sides.
Yeah, you're not getting bailed out by a power orb as well.
Yeah, you're gonna have a very hard time finding the space to pull up to get power orbs fighting against.
And it always throws me off how different watching the stream looks to me, because nobody else uses the silly like CRT shader that I use for Fightcade.
No.
Scherzo had choice words with me.
Well, he's not in charge.
You're right.
You could be using the CRT shader. It's great. It looks cute.
I
Even
mean,
rounds
sometimes
before
I
the
agree with
screen for
you. I'm just kind of lazy at the moment.
That's fair.
Plus, I do already have a CRT visual for us later down the line. That's not really brought out for tournament format.
Scary over here. Rudolph had a really scary board there for a second, and then all of blue and red disappeared, and it was just green and yellow, and it got a lot less scary really quickly.
Look, I think it'd be funny if there was like some Taito measure where like if color is out of the RNG or a race is out of the RNG pool.
It's just gone.
Like Warriors Woods does that. Landmaker and Puzzle Bob will sort of do that. It's always funny.
I'm teaching myself Godot now
Yeah.
because I have just like time, and I'm not actually any good at programming. But maybe one day, if I get good enough, I'll just remake Magical Drop in my image.
I feel like you and a lot of other people have that feeling.
Yeah, we'll see. The only thing I made so far is a little game where you like are a hockey man and you bump stuff around. It's cute.
Yo,
I had fun.
Cool.
you love the hockey man.
Yeah, he's a little hockey guy.
Oh.
I want a mode that's like darts, where it's like, I don't know if actually like darts is the best description for it, but it's all a quota race, and the amount of bubbles your opponent has left over at the end of their round, like when you reach quota, is like the number of points that you earn. Right? So if I beat you by 50 bubbles, I get 50 points, and then if you beat me by 7 bubbles, the score is 50-7. And you keep going until you hit like a target number.
Hmm.
And I have to figure out what to do, like when you lose early because you top out. But maybe one day we'll get there.
Like point penalty?
Yeah, that was my thing. It's like the difference between your current scores plus 50 or something like that, or plus 25. I'm sure somebody could balance it.
Yeah.
There's got to be somebody smart out there.
Hell, you could just instantly fill them up to half, like set them to half board and have the match keep going after like
Oh,
a
yeah.
50-point.
Or like a
deficit.
timeout. If they lose like a 3-second penalty.
Oh yeah.
Put him in the penalty box like a little hockey man.
That's really the running theme tonight. Got it.
Yeah.
We love the little hockey man.
I was thinking about this during my match earlier. We spent like a while back when we were streaming this game. We talked about how Hangman is the character where you could just vibe. Right? You could kind of just do whatever you want on Hangman. He's always going to have enough of each color for you to do something with it. I feel like Death is the opposite. She is the anti-vibes character.
Yeah.
If you make one mistake with this pattern, the vibes are off, and you are doomed.
She absolutely reminds me of like the top tiers of Money Puzzle, where like if you make one wrong move with like Knacker or Might Dealer,
it's over.
Just put another coin in the machine. You've already lost.
To me, I feel like Death is like the epitome of if you die in the game, you die in real life.
Yeah.
Well, I'd be super dead because she kills me every time I play against her.
Yeah, I hate it. I'm just like, see Death, I'm just like, okay, I'm not gonna have fun.
Have we not overcome that personal tragedy yet?
No.
You know. Many people here have been scorned by Death.
I was gonna say, like...
Oh, wow, Rudolph's gonna take that. Scherzo was looking good there for a second, but Rudolph 3-0. The vibes are on his side.
Nightmare blunt rotation.
I hate that.
Death Emperor and like anything else.
Death Emperor, Hermit, and Father's thing.
Alright.
No vibes allowed.
Moving right down the list. What do we got on stream next? Gucky and Draco.
Oh, this should be a good match. So Draco pushed me to the limit earlier. It was like round 5, game 5. And they also beat me in warm-ups earlier today. And I think there's something to be said for Draco being one of the players who is still very active. Like when I log on, I'm not in the lobby that often recently because I've just been busy. But when I log on, Draco's one of the people I see hanging out. So they've been grinding. Well, I think a lot of us have been sleeping during the off season, and I think they've really positioned themselves as a player who, you know, when Majidora Masters 3 rolls around, if they're active enough, they might be able to sneak one of those spots. I think they're of the level of competence now where they are ready to kind of make a big push forward in the next couple of months in terms of tournament placements.
All right. Oh, trust me, I'm interested to see if we can go 3 for 3 on getting a different top 8 lineup.
Yeah. We haven't seen Butts in a while. Like maybe Majidora Masters will bring Butts back. So who knows?
Could be.
We haven't heard in 10,000 years.
They connected and then disconnected. So let's give them a chance to try again.
Mario Party battle game.
Okay, they're connected again. Let's see. I think one of the things that's nice about Majidora Masters having, you know, a fairly lengthy season is that activity matters to a pretty significant degree, right? Like you could come and place well in like 1 or 2 tournaments, but unless you show up consistently, that might not be enough points to grab one of those last couple of qualifying spots. So if we see somebody like Draco maybe show up more often than a person like Lamel or, you know, somebody who's, you know, technically maybe a stronger player like Twinkler, then they have a chance to kind of to grab a spot.
Oh, let me in, dude.
Can't believe Deka's still being gate kept.
I am. I'm praying
Fight Kid hates Ohio.
Yeah. I'm praying for this, I'm super praying that the low-weighted update that is coming fixes my struggles with
Epi Neo. Gucky pushing it to the edge there, getting a lot of mileage out of that power orb.
The first round was very decisive, though. Draco won by like 5th quota. So
Draco has a very interesting playstyle in that they take a lot of... I kind of want to say they take some unnecessary risks to play extremely fast.
hey, if it's working, it's working.
And
Yeah,
it
honestly,
works.
like,
They're good. They're good at...
Yeah.
They do what I want to do better, so...
Look, at
I
that
think I
point,
respect them for it.
those become necessary risks.
Yeah, I think part of it is when you're trying to push and like beat the people who are typically ranked above you, you need to play with like a pretty risk acceptance style. Because if you're not going to beat them on just like general optimization, you need to try to do stuff that they're not going to go for in their like regular state. I think that's one of the things you see when people play Wampa and stuff too, is that like they try stuff that they normally wouldn't go for because they know they need that little bit of extra juice to win. And when it works, and when it doesn't work, you know, you just kind of eat shit for it. But it's interesting to see somebody kind of adopt that and like keep trying to push it forward to improve their placements. Ah.
It's a bit of a hit or miss style where if you're on,
Yeah.
you're cooking. It's
Yeah.
it's real hard to keep up with someone who plays like that when they're just going all in.
Right.
But at the same time, if you're off, you're gonna die to like a lot easier patterns than you would like expect for the skill level of the player. It's like when you're playing in the Fool bracket, you see people dying left and right. It's not because Fool's pattern is hard, it's because people are pushing their board capacity to the absolute limit to just squeeze.
Expecting that they're going to need all of the quota they could get.
Yeah.
One of the things that I'm feeling the most today, after not having really played too actively for a little while, is my awareness for like double clears and triple clears. How many times today I've gotten caught up in thinking I was setting up a double clear and having it be 2 separate clears instead, and that throwing off like my entire tempo for the next couple of clears. Because I'm setting up as a double clear, and then it ends up being 2 separate clears, and the thing that I was setting up as another double clear after that becomes 2 separate clears, and it gets like really wonky. So I think somebody like Draco, who's been active for a while, you know, might be
Still
able
has
to...
the magic
the
touch.
timing, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest stuff, like when you see us playing in November versus people playing in like May when everybody's at the top of their game because they've been grinding for the circuit for a while.
Ooh. Gucky with the clear on deck, but Draco just already there.
I would say Draco is really good at quota characters.
Yeah, the play style that Draco uses, just pushing the board to the absolute limit, is extremely potent on characters like Justice.
Yeah, where you're like not really having to worry that they're actually going to send enough pressure to kill you. You can just take as many lines as you want.
Some big clears on board for Gucky, but this quota deficit is huge.
Yeah.
That might be enough for Drake. Oh, 1 orb away.
Yeah, 1 over away, yeah. Alright, clean 3-0 there with the Justice. Opposite side of the tier list, please.
Panel. This is actual panel gaming right here. Because this is actual this is a straight up execution test.
Father's Strength?
It's a lot more than an execution test because you have to manage your colors as well.
Yeah.
So because the big difference between Father's Strength and Hermit is that the shape of their pattern means you don't actually have 3 of any given orb on either side of the board until you've already received 4 lines. So, where in Hermit you can kind of play it like World twice. There's just like 2 prongs, one on either side. You can't do that for Father's Strength. You have to get material from opposite ends of the board to clear the other side of the board.
Yeah.
So it's like an added gruesome movement stress on top of the fact that you're dealing with the like limited colors that you wouldn't in another pattern.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this is funny that you mention it, because, like, now, you know, with the whole being able to shift your colors from left and right side, you can kind of see Gucky actually, like, transitioning to that, because first 2 rounds that he did, you know, he's very much just, I'm gonna focus on my left side of the board. Okay, now it's like, even out a little bit. I'm gonna just shift on the right side of my board and just clear with the refresh in that general area. But, like, I think it's funny, I think it's great that he's now recognizing that issue that he has, so now he's, as obnoxious as it is, now he's being forced to shift pieces left and right, and, you know, in really awkward position. Ooh,
yeah.
Wow.
If you watched Gucky there, he brought some stuff from the left side to the right side, and then cleared the right side down, and then when he transitioned back to the left side, there was no material on the surface of his board to work with at all. You really have to be careful on Father's Strength, because he kills you instantly and also drowns you of colors. Or droughts you of colors.
You know, there's a periodic time in which you'll hit like a sweet spot in his pattern where it feels like you hit a nice like seesaw, right? I just cleared all the right side except this 1 or 2 orbs, and that happens to be the 1 or 2 orbs I need on the left side. And then you do it on the left side, and it just happens to be left over with the stuff you need for the right side. But getting to that state is just so hectic.
It's one of those. It's like watching a really, really good Tetris player, and you're like, oh yeah, of course you would put the pieces there, or like, oh yeah, that works, that fits perfectly, and then you actually try to do that on your own, and it just
doesn't.
How do you know to make those decisions in the first place to set your board up in a way that it's manageable?
I get it by entering a fugue state. I trade off like a couple of months of my life to be able to focus that hard for 30 seconds. And then you need to do it 3 times in a row and you realize it's impossible.
Okay, big old green item coming out hard, and damn, this is gonna make Gucky just jump into quarter race. Actually, maybe not, surprisingly.
They both got that very, very large clear. They basically whittled their board down to 3 colors right away. Ooh. Okay, Gucky.
What was up? Beat down. Yeah, Draco. Okay. Judgment Gaming.
So this is Judgment can be a little tricky because there's sort of like 2 ways to approach this pattern. You can kind of aim to deny your opponent material, or you can just try to outrace them. And they're both equally valid strategies that like work in the exact opposite way. And considering the chains we are seeing from Draco,
good Draco.
Yeah,
I believe they're just going for it.
Center.
Lots of double clears, so there. But yeah, you'll notice how they're waiting for 2 chains to resolve. Smart play. You don't want to send the full lines as this character.
Yeah.
You can get away with it a little bit more than a character like Fool, but they're even easier to hit than on Magician. So it's pretty inadvisable to go for full, like, max chain gaming.
Oh,
my
Draco
God.
just
Mother
didn't
Peter.
know how much.
Just-
That's so unfortunate.
Freaking a little bit damage.
I think
Forget to
there's something about some of these characters who are like quarter race characters where when you give them too big of a clear, right, you just set your opponent up for success. And it feels kind of like watching like a horse race where there's that one horse that their job isn't to be in first the whole time. They want to sit in like second or third, and then when they get close to the end, they sprint and they get ahead, right? So I feel like this character, you're just trying to get small clears until you're maybe 50 away, and then you just like go ham.
Crash out.
You gun it in at the end, yeah.
Yeah,
the timing of the last strike is
Yeah.
very important.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Gucky
think
one round away from having to stay up even later.
I think Draco's
Do it.
strategy is I think they're going in a little too early.
Yeah, was that like a 5 or 6 chain there, right? Yeah, you're seeing them dropping a couple of 4 chains.
Ooh, and they also damaged their yellow, so this is gonna be a little weird once the damage starts coming back in.
Gucky lost the lines there for a second, but then everything kind of just fell back into pattern anyway, so...
Yeah, this is one of those patterns where it looks like it can get pretty bad, but then you get like one solid clear with one solid clear on the ice.
Oh, the misdrop so real. Gucky had it too.
I thought Draco was going to make another match and just lose it for himself, but got lucky.
Yeah. Oh, Gucky fumbling around with that rainbow a little bit.
Gucky cloned his though.
Yes. Is he just coming in
But
hot?
he's behind by 40 at this point, right? The time he took to do that, he's going to need some really big clears at the ones that he made to
Yeah.
make it worth
Oh,
it.
he spent that green so early. This is going to be really rough.
Draco's getting a little caught up though. There's a
Draco
little
can
bit
find his
of
pocket of blue.
angling going on.
I think
So much
Draco's got
ice coming
this.
in.
Unless something wild
Oh,
happens.
that linked up really nicely
Yeah.
for Draco there. They just really
I think-
hit the spire perfectly.
Oh, that's got to be it.
And
Nice.
that's it. Yeah,
Draco gonna
say.
take it.
Got me freed from the curse of sleeplessness.
Gucky can go to bed now.
Okay,
I could go to B, D. Alright, big win. That's got to be Draco's biggest win so far.
Yeah. Oh, Gucky is, or Draco is definitely playing very hot right now.
Yeah.
See, right now I think we still have another quarter of the match.
Leonant. Yeah, me and Leonant.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I was saying, I think Draco can definitely make top 8 for Matador Masters if they keep playing the way they're playing. Being able to beat Gucky here, kind of showing that.
I believe it.
I'm just waiting for for Leonant to be available. So not a surprise that Draco has gotten as good as he is, seeing as he has the Brazilian flag next to his icon on on Fightcade. That's generally generally a pretty good sign that you're going to be good at this game.
Everyone knows when it comes to Central and South America and puzzle games on Fightcade.
You know Argentina though?
The power rankings for this game is you got the Argentinian flag, S tier.
Okay,
You got the Brazil
okay.
flag, A tier.
A moment.
Go on.
So, we announced, or Pedal Crash 2 was announced about 2-3 weeks ago.
I feel like I think I know where you're going with this.
And
This is, yeah.
a lot of the stuff went on sale, like the base game and Steam, and online client's permanently free now. So, Ashley just brought up offhanded, like, thanks to all the people who, like, changed their region to buy it from Argentina for cheap. I'm like, no, I don't think you realize what you got yourself into. That's just a sign that they're, like, murderers.
Yeah, these are the killers. These are the people who will play your game better than anyone you could possibly imagine.
And then a follow-up tweet, like, the next morning, is like, so I've been informed that Argentina's got some,
Very good at puzzle games.
yeah.
It's not just very good at puzzle games. It's specifically Neo Geo puzzle games.
Nah, I mean...
You have added another, like, in their line of passive stat buffs. You have added you've updated it.
Well, I mean, funny,
It's
since
original.
we did just announce Pedal Crash for Neo Geo recently.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that was the direction you were going with.
Oh, no, it was just around the fact that people were buying the game from Argentina in decent numbers.
Okay.
And they thought it was like consumer fraud.
Yep. No, that was the initial read there.
Yep.
And it's like, no, honey.
Somebody was in the comments being like, have you ever seen them play Magical Drop? And it's like, buddy, have I?
No,
Yeah,
it's funny because like
the dog with the war flashbacks face going on.
if you think that's bad, I was telling when I was at my local because like I was talking about like all puzzle games and stuff. It just so happened that I was talking about like Mexico and like South America for some ungodly reason are just really good at puzzle games, and I was telling her how like in the early days of Puzzle Wednesday when we had a couple of Mexican raps come out for specifically Money Puzzle, I told her that the joke was it was no longer a race for first place. Third place was to be who would get the honor of being the last American standing.
Yeah.
Before being sacrificed to the altar for Mexican Grand Finals. And she had this mixed face of like humor and terror.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't be terribly surprised if a unique... Even if it's just a couple people, like, a unique Fightcade player base or Pedal Crash gets, like, a killer from a different region. Just due to availability.
I'm actually waiting for it to happen. All things considered.
Anyway,
It
we've
was
seen a
really
lot
cool
from it.
Yeah, we have. When somebody explained to me why they're so good at all of like the Neo Geo games and stuff, though, it made a lot of sense.
Oh,
it's
like-
just like regional availability
Mhm.
for all of those games in Latin America. Was just so much easier for them.
I mean, like,
It
my
didn't
friend, Oh, go on.
It doesn't hurt that, like, in the scheme of things around that time, Neo Geo was still kind of considered budget hardware.
Yeah, it was basically like all of the, and they put out new versions of it really, really frequently.
Mhm.
So they'd get a new Neo Geo machine, and then Japan and the US would be like, we want the new one, and they'd have to send the old one somewhere, and Latin America would just buy them.
Yeah.
So like everybody had them down there, like at their
Yeah.
arcades and stuff. So people were just so used to playing on those cabs that they're all insane at these games.
Yeah, no, like it like to put it in perspective, like how like popular or like Neo Geo's cabinets were. My friend, he went down to Mexico to visit with family, and I think it was like I don't know if it was like his dad telling them they're like, oh yeah, he plays fighting games in his spare time. And instead of even like asking him when they went to like a small arcade, instead of asking him what fighting games he played, his cousin just straight up, walked up to the KOF cab and told him to sit down and play
Like some 98.
playing 98. You do not have a choice. You say you play fighting games. Well, let's run in 98. Did not give him a choice.
Oh, you play fighting games? Well, I play fighting game. There's one.
Yeah,
There is one.
Sweet.
It's a good game. I won't fault
Well,
them.
no, I'm not saying 98 is a bad game, but like to them, there is no such thing as fighting games. It is King of Fighters,
King of Fighters. It's in the
King
name.
of Fighter,
It's the
King of Fighter
Fighters.
game.
It's so crazy, like seeing pizza ads with Rugal on them
Oh my
and
god.
stuff. He's using his laser eyes to cut the pizza. That ad is so iconic.
Oh
man,
boy.
Culture, like art, like a bunch of like culture, like pop media, and just like how it affects culture and like local businesses. It's like always the funniest thing to say.
There's
friend
a
also-
It's the same thing. It's like why some of those the animes and stuff down there are super popular because those are the ones that they had the rights to show them on like public broadcasting. So
There's this straight up an unofficial Dragon Ball museum. It's because like there's just so much stuff, and it's such a big part of the culture down there.
yeah.
You walk into a taco place in Mexico and you see Goku on the wall holding the tacos. You know
You
that
know
shit
it's
is
gotta be
going to
good.
be so good.
Yeah, you're gonna say that. Sheridactyls. I've mentioned this before too. That there's like a really strong Super Smash Bros. 64 scene.
hell
They kind
yeah.
of just like
It's Peru
Yeah, down
specifically. I
south.
think.
Peru, yeah.
Peru.
There's like a mountain village in Peru where just everybody has N64s and they all play Smash.
They're
Good
all
shit.
just godlike.
Love
And
to hear it.
they're all world class. Yeah.
Best one.
Alvin is just the one that gets to travel the most, so that's why everyone knows Alvin.
Yeah.
Alright, we got Draco and birdup.
Me and Draco. So Draco ran at 3-2 against me in winners, and beat me in warm-ups earlier. You know, beating Gucky is a big upset or a big accomplishment. They beat me, whew, baby.
That would be
hold on.
quite a.
You got
Quite
your
a
second
move,
win now,
Draco.
you're fine.
Oh, we already played winner. I was gonna say, do we have to play winners? But no, we already played winners.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm playing.
You're on the hot seat for the rest of bracket.
Yeah. I'm gonna stay on the mic because why not? It went well for me being
Yeah,
on the
exactly.
mic playing against Leonant. I was kind of just in the zone. Let's see if it goes as well here.
You got the goon squad of me and Deka here just saying stuff into your ear, and you'd be like, "Oh, that's a good idea."
Oh yeah.
Talking about Goku's Taqueria.
Let's talk about Brian Battler.
Oh my god, they need to bring back the American sports team.
Yes.
It's so funny.
You know what I'm heartbroken about in KOF 15? Chang's still not in it. They brought him
My
back
boy
for 14.
Daimon isn't in it. He's in every game.
Okay. No, he is
Yeah,
not.
this is the first one Daimon hasn't been in.
I'm sorry.
Juicey's
Daimon's on the main team.
Juicey's going to the Wikipedia. He's like, checking this out.
Absolutely. I know, because, like, even in the game's canon, there's ones that he sat out intentionally because he has a family.
Well, I think he's technically a striker in like 2000. He's not playable, but he's still in the game. So you might have me there.
Oh, I know I have you on that at least. He is explicitly not in 2000. That's like playable, but I need to see. I know there's more.
It's really funny that
Things are going poorly.
Benny Maru canonically has the most KOF wins. Like, as a competitor.
Brother has no team loyalty. Of course, he's gonna go with who wins.
Yeah, he's just on the main character's team every time. It's super funny. Draco's board a little split up here. And just never has a chance to get to that huge red match.
I'm thinking of 99 2000, where he's technically not playable, but he is in his strikers. Fine, you got me. He seems to have an otherwise perfect attendance record. But my 2011 brain was like, that's not right.
Yeah, I've never played 2000 or 2001.
2000's fantastic. Like, yeah, sure.
I
That's...
know. Hinako, the new character, is in 2000, and it is because of that game that she stars in one of the funniest combo videos ever created.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, that's enough KOF.
All right,
We got the point home there.
we're
birdup actually
we're cooking in this matchup right
potentially clenching out advantage with Magician, and I feel like birdup makes the most off getting first round win compared to a lot of people here. Because
That's my bread and butter.
well, yeah, no, like that, and like
now. Magician is one of Burdup's stronger characters,
Yeah.
and his counter picks
very
in
quota
Sun
oriented.
and Chariot are very strong as well.
Like,
so.
even that aside, a lot of people don't go for quota picks for their counter picks, so you're already kind of throwing people off expectation-wise.
Yeah, I just built different.
That kinda.
Whoa, great job counting your way down to the limit there.
I think the other thing, though, when people play me, they know exactly what characters I'm picking. When's the last time I picked somebody else besides Chariot?
Sun and Chariot.
Sun? Right, so, like, at least when I play... Oh, we're going Emperor.
I was gonna say, sometimes you pretend you have a
Daughter
death.
Strength? Oh, no, I pretend I have a Daughter Strength. I kind of do have a Daughter Strength, but...
So where does death sit then?
Oh, Death is like one of my worst characters.
Okay.
I get distracted by Death.
That's it.
So when people take me to Emperor, I actually do better,
Yeah.
despite them being clones. See, watch. He's beat me on Death both times we played her today. If I win an Emperor, it's gotta be that. There's no other explanation.
This is a finely controlled experiment.
Can't believe you don't appreciate the stash.
Funny Wario has never appealed to me.
Why do we work with you again?
Yeah, you can't just say that here, Birdup. That's sacrilege.
I still love you, but oh boy.
Oh no, I've lost. The vibes are off. No. I made one mistake and the vibes went off, and then I died within 10 seconds of it happening.
It's like
Emperor rolls worst blunt ever. Asked to leave. Asked to leave the party.
it's like going to someone's house and insulting their cooking. It's not even like insults, it's the I don't really like this food. Like, oh, is that so?
Well, that's what we made. We only have Funny Wario here.
Not
Now the
untrue.
yeah, see, Draco there was like 40 quota ahead, but when this is definitely a character where you can fly too close to the sun.
Yeah. I mean, look, given birdup still birdup, it's not uncalled for to throw a Hail Mary or two. Or 5. Okay, so how do you feel about
Birdup has
Dan
a
Beaky?
massive pile of ice incoming.
Oh, stupid. I'm pro Dandabiki.
Okay, fine.
I think his level of uselessness is it's great. It's good.
Charming.
It's good for the economy. Somebody's got to be that bad.
Good for the economy.
See, look at that. Lost twice on Death. I won an Emperor. There you go.
That was kind of close.
It was kind of close. But I refuse to lose to a Funny Wario. Back when I was in college, before I played a puzzle game seriously, I played a lot of Puzzle Fighter with one of my old college friends.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, that was a jump scare. We'd just get super stoned, and we would just play Dan against Dan. And it's just the world's most ridiculous. There's no winning. It's like
All right, you can stay.
yeah.
You've redeemed yourself. Little did we know you'd already partaken in the initiation ritual.
Yeah.
You don't have to like all of our funny little guys, but I don't know, not liking Wario's a little steep. Oh, yeah. This feels like an interesting choice to try and beat birdup on.
It's definitely a different vibe.
It is just judgment, if you think about it.
So here's the problem with that. I don't think.
What happened? Oh.
Oh my god, you got so lucky that lined back up. Oh, but you were short! Oh no!
It wasn't as lucky as you think. Because I made an adjustment thinking that it wasn't going to line up. And then it lined up, and it actually messed me up.
But, like, I have the funny mascot I don't really care one way or the other about. It's still Dr. Mario. I've come to appreciate the game more, but, like, as a character, Dr. Wario's right there.
I mean, it's just that, like, I like some Warios. In Super Smash Bros. Brawl, Wario has an outfit where he's dressed for Easter because he's like pink and blue, like light blue.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of that Wario. Oh man, I should really
Vaporwave Wario.
We always just called him Easter Dad for whatever reason, and probably also just again we were probably just really high.
Oh, no, we're adopting that.
You pick Easter Dad.
Oh! Easter Dad!
If you look at the outfit, you'll be like, oh, okay.
I know exactly which one you're talking about. That was one of the colors I used.
Yeah, Easter Dad.
Vaporwave Wario, aka Easter Dad.
Oh, I've been vibing, and they're like 30 quota ahead of me. Punished.
Punished.
You're
Very
giving
punished.
me an absolute gift here, though, so...
In that second round when you had 4 left and you pulled up like 8 lines and then threw 5 combos, I was like, birdup, what are you doing?
I wasn't looking! I was talking about Wario! Alright.
Alright, but here we have Chariot. No
Yeah, I have to
no
protect-
more thinking about funny Wario. It's
I have
serious
to
mode now.
protect my son. Chariot is my fail son.
You're very salty boy.
Yeah. No, why would that happen? You put a power orb right next to the thing that I wanted to clear.
Oh, that was an unfortunate power orb.
Yeah, now I'm behind too. Oh, bad look.
Thank you for the raid, Full Throttle Tetris. We're closing out. We're around top 4 area of Magical Drop 3 here. Pontificating.
This is for fourth.
Yeah, pontificating on, you know, what makes a Wario good. There's also Magical Drop happening.
There's a lot of magical drop happening very quickly.
Honestly, maybe it was how sidetracked we had one of our commentator players. So I was like, you know, what about our goofy Nintendo character we like? But we're starting to turn things around on his counter pick here.
Alright, yeah, now he is 60 ahead.
I'll dial in.
That's the birdup we know.
And that is probably exactly 17, knowing birdup. Very, very clean victory in that second round. Recalibration has been achieved.
Fucking Easter Dad.
It's Easter Dad.
No, I'm figuring out something to do with that. In fact, that may be... There may be something in December to canonize that.
Wario's Woods bracket in April.
Celebrate with Easter Dad.
Anyway.
Alright, this round looking a
So-
little closer than the last one.
Deca, level with me. I've never been able to get the
no.
read. Chariot doesn't feel as quota-oriented, no?
Chariot is extremely quota-oriented.
Okay. That's why I'm not.
He's very. Oh yeah,
That's
he's
why I'm
very
not the
much
good
a
natural
low
dropper.
tier quota character.
Because it seems like he has at least more potential for damage spikes than like some of the other characters that birdup tends to favor as counter picks. But
He's basically got the same pattern as Sun, who is
It's like Sun, like shifted
like
by one.
So Sun has a perfectly symmetrical pattern. Chariot's pattern scales down one row at a time.
okay.
DracoMurai not going down without a fight here,
Oh
though.
yeah. All right, do I do it? I just lost on 2 quota characters in a row, so
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
here we go.
going with violence.
Water strength.
Daughter Strength is a vibes character, so
Yeah,
if
she
that's,
really is.
If that's your
You
guys'
just-
vibes, that terrifies me.
Daughter strength is you put the round peg in the round hole.
I'm still Babby's skill level at this game, so like her being a vanilla cast in like season 1 top tier is still terrifying to me. He's
Yeah,
like, nah, she's kind of chill. No, get out of here.
It's not easy, but it is vibes. Like you don't have to do anything special on this pattern. It's just difficult.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh wow, DracoMurai really wants this upset.
Oh hey Donnie. We haven't had a fool on stream at all.
Oh yeah, I played Fool against Rudolph.
That's a bold choice.
did Rudolph pick it?
I did.
Ah.
I meant to pick Lovers, and I forgot which player I was. But I was like, you know what? I don't care.
That's great.
I'm also a Fool
I'm dead
picker.
again. Uh-oh.
You say you're vibing. I'm still kind of panic attacking like your board state right now. Rightfully so.
All right, birdup is on.
I'm not vibing
The
hard
back
enough.
foot
apparently.
here. You should have gone and vibed on Hangman instead.
I should have gotten vibed on Hangman.
He,
I
he's
just wanted to insta-lock Daughter Strength because I pretend to have a Daughter Strength now.
Okay.
I might be dead. I'm dead.
Uh-oh. And you're in the future compared to us.
Yeah. Nice.
All right.
Good stuff,
DracoMurai with
Fighting
a
really
big
good
upset
tonight.
here.
Yeah.
Just playing very, very well.
Alright, proceeding on to Losers Finals. We have, what is it? Draco and, Scherzo.
Let's go, Draco. I mean, honestly, that's.
Yeah, this
I
is
know
like,
I'm like hanging out and chilling, but that's a big goddamn win. Good job, Draco. Good shit.
I love when there's so much of a language I don't understand in Fightcade, and I just see Ultra Instinct weaved in there.
Yeah.
Nothing more funny than just all the alarm bells on like the 2 English words you can recognize.
I was up 2-0 that set too.
Yes.
Yeah.
We didn't talk
Very
about
good.
Wario enough. You really got off your game.
Yeah. Memories of Easter Dad just messing me up.
No, that's your power, brother. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I have an idea. Okay. December. And let's get them queued up. But I do like how not even half a year from the league finishing, we already are potentially having upsets for a new top 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look, we run a lot of stuff here. Like, a lot of stuff. And I gotta give Magical Drop credit. It's probably the most actually
Dynamic
on, like, what's the spread of who's good right now. As much as I love money, you know who's good at money puzzle exchanger? It's Butts BB. It really is.
My crowning achievement in Money Puzzle Exchanger is making it to grand finals against Butts in a like not randomizer bracket, but it was like a mystery bracket kind of. They just picked like a random game and decided to play it.
Uh-huh.
And I made it to grand finals against Butts, and I knew I was going to lose, and he kind of knew I was going to lose, so I just messaged him, let's put on a show, and I stayed alive for him to get like 6 million points on Detomizer.
Okay, that's pretty
in a
good.
single game.
Alright, we got them at least announced to queue up. I know sometimes it can take a little bit on the wind-up.
So we have an all Brazil losers finals here.
I
Is
mean,
this 2 tournaments in a
team
row that I
kill.
finished outside of the top 3? Wow, that's probably
Yeah.
never happened before.
I was gonna say, you tell me. I don't know what happened at the
I'm checking.
Act 6.
Yeah, I didn't finish top 3 at the charity tournament.
Really? Who did?
I got 5th. Ouch. Got 5th losing to Scherzo, yeah.
We need to commission a Wario Sona for birdup. That'll make things better.
Juicy, while we were waiting, you should look up at the Funny Wario channel.
No.
Oh no.
Well, I'm gonna at least link our Discord so you can be just as terrified as I am. But we got brackets for a lot of games. We got friendlies. You should check it out. Anyway, match is started. I'm gonna
yeah,
look.
I was trying to find it, and it took me a minute to find the channel, but now I got it.
Oh. Yeah, alright. Funny Easter dad it is.
I was trying to find the picture of that Wario,
Mm-hmm.
and I just typed Easter Dad into Google search.
Alright.
So helpful.
Honestly, I'm calling my shot early. I think Draco has an overall advantage on tempo than Scherzo does. Like, we'll see, and some of it comes down to Draco is willing to make some real Hail Mary style plays here, but
they've got the momentum, you know?
mm,
Winning two relatively large upsets in a row. And then, you know, Scherzo's just been chilling after playing Rudolph, so
Yeah, and Draco looks like they're going quick. They're
Yeah.
hustling.
look, if you beat me, Gucky, and Scherzo all in one night, your name is normally Rudolph or Juan. So this would be rare air to be part of.
Yeah, this is an elite squad.
Yeah.
It's the SEAL Team 6 of Magical Drop.
Yeah.
Ooh, that unfortunately did not line up very well for Draco.
Yeah. They're still pretty.
Yes.
They're far ahead of quota, and then Scherzo's match resolved. Oops, never mind. It's close here, though, and I think. Oh, it's like neck and neck. They're both at 34, and Draco's got the tempo here. That should be enough with the ice
Wow,
cream just found. Yeah, good to go. There you go.
You send the commentator into cardiac arrest, you win the game.
that's
True.
that's only true by coincidence.
Yeah, it's only true when we actually enter. Oh, Draco getting a bit of a... I think they did the funny you mash move, and then the one piece that you want is the one that you get DAS.
Yeah,
And so they just skipped over the piece they needed.
Oh, they cloned the green power orb, so and they get some nice ice lined up with it. That should be a pretty good clear.
Oh my god, what an efficient clear, too. It's a whole board in 2 matches.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
I don't know what Scherzo's smoking, though.
Because he's managed to keep up.
Yeah,
And
Draco
it's gonna be victor by pressure.
got stuck there. There was just a piece of ice on top of their stack, and they didn't know where to put it.
A little bit too much all-clear gaming is the risk you run when you clear your whole board in one go.
It is true. Especially, you heard Scherzo on the other side making like a 6-chain, so ice rolled in.
Yeah.
Oh, and we go to... Oh, this would have been a great counter pick for me. Why didn't I do this? So we go to Hierophant, who's just Magician again.
I think his power orbs are slightly different colors, but functionally identical.
Yeah. Wow, I just totally forgot that I could pick him.
Wow, Draco putting together some very nice double into triple. Oh, now he's playing a dangerous game, not letting enough material roll in to finish the round.
Yeah, that was so close.
That was a lot closer than it probably needed
Yeah, it
to
needed
be.
to be. Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of tournament nerves giving Draco the itchy trigger finger here. Oh, a little bit of...
wrong column, yeah.
Hey, birdup.
Yes.
Can you answer? I've heard everyone talk about match movement, but how do you do it?
How do you do it?
Or what is it, per se?
What is it? Okay, so if you hold a direction on the stick, right, you get a dash like every other game. But the dash is like super duper slow. You like crawl across the screen.
Untenable. You
It's
cannot
just
play this game using dash.
So useless. But if you put in the side input for dash, and then you just mash one of the buttons, whether it's pick up or put down, your guy just flies across the screen. It's basically like
every button input registers as a
movement
direction input.
Yes. So you can hold a direction and just mash, but it also registers as a pickup or a drop. So you can move across the board and pick up all of one color while you're moving. So whatever color's in your hand, you'll just scoop up pretty much everything that's already that color on the board. Oh, Draco's struggling here. Bailed himself out at the last second there. So if you want to fly across the board without picking anything up, you use put down. If you want to fly across the board while picking up all of the thing that's in your hand, you use pick up. Pretty much every top player except me does it consistently.
It's not as necessary when you're on
Play on keyboard. Yeah.
keyboard or hitbox,
Yes.
but
Which is why I
it still has
switched.
uses.
Yeah. Well, that was for sure so cooked in there.
Yeah, that was like a... I guess...
Do the fool. That's
That's
not
justice.
cool.
Just... The only character who might be harder to die on than Fool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not impressive in its own right.
Maybe even harder to die on than Fool, because Fool at least lulls you into a false sense of security.
Yeah,
Justice
no,
can't even do that.
that's what I was saying. The only character that might be harder to die on than Fool.
Oh, okay.
Because just... What if Sun sent less damage?
I see.
Right, so... Off to a very strong start here.
I've been very quiet on this, but we had someone from like Tampa Locals enter bracket tonight. Who's actually your first opponent, birdup, and we have one or two people from the locals like watching this. And I always love having them in on like, okay, Juicey's the best at magical drop, and no, this is what this actually looks like.
Your friend was Ian something, right?
Yeah.
ianmelon.
Yeah.
I felt a little bad that he ran into like birdup round one, got
Yeah.
high, and then ran into me.
Like, he has some good fundamental ideas, but it's clear he doesn't, like, know what mash move is. And there's just a little bit of, like, still figuring out the muscle memory. I'm like, you know,
Yeah, I
he survived against
Yeah, he made it to
Birdup's
quota a
like
couple
quota.
times.
I'm like,
Yeah. I think one of the things that a lot of new players struggle from too is they have like the kind of like best in my own backyard mentality, but when it comes to counter picking, and it's like, oh well, my friends can't survive against Empress,
that
my
won't
friends
save
can't
you
survive
here.
against Strength, right? And you pick them, and then I just beat you even harder because you can't survive against them either. Right? When somebody who can actually optimize is attacking you, like you just get murdered.
yeah.
I
Going down,
like that.
going to high
That
tiers.
play
for
from
my sake.
Scherzo is so smart. Throwing 2 yellows into a column to bridge a gap so that
Yeah.
he could clear that whole thing in one match instead of making it a 2-chain.
He's still behind by like a pretty
Yeah.
significant margin.
Draco!
Just to show you that like how many smart decisions you need to make over the course of like a quota race match. And
Yeah.
it's not optimizing and making like 1 or 2 good calls. It's making consistent good call after good call and chipping away.
Yeah, like a smart play, like if you sneak a double in where your opponent only got a single, that's what? 3 orbs?
Yeah.
Like that you're not winning a game on that. You're winning a game on doing that like almost
12 times,
every
yeah.
match, every time across the 3 full boards you have to clear to get to the end.
Because like the quota characters, they like, you know, for the pressure characters, it really amplifies mistakes, right? You make one mistake, you're pretty dead, because there's just no way to come
Yeah.
back from a lot of that. The quota characters kind of mask mistakes, right? They give you a lot more flexibility to make a mistake, but it also kind of de-incentivizes those like big swing plays too. So you're just gonna have to play way more solid for way longer than you do on a pressure character, where one good move or like one bad move is really the death of you.
Yeah.
So Draco only nearly won off their own counter pick there. Like last quota advantage.
Oh,
was
Draco!
4, just died. Okay.
Draco pulled up too many lines and then didn't start chaining soon enough.
Yeah,
Scherzo
got
just
stuck
went
in
for
their
a
hand.
2-chain right off the bat.
Well, give him this
They
character's
had a match
gimmick.
in their hand, they just didn't drop. And then Scherzo just gonna give one back. Okay, so
Okay. Sure, whatever.
So
it's the
this is an
equivalent of a homie
interesting
stock.
this is an interesting counter pick to bring Draco to, because Draco deletes me on this character.
Really.
I cannot.
Empress?
They're extremely strong on
They're really
World
good
and
this
Empress. Every match we play, I tend to win on my counter picks, and it's 50-50 whether or not they
that
win
was-
on Magician. And then they beat. If they win on Magician, they just do Empress World, and I have no
it's
hope.
over. That's the meanest counter pick combination.
Yeah, the double
You know
jeopardy is
when
rough.
you know they can't beat you on them, I'll just take you to Empress of World. It's like they're exactly the same. There's not even like a one thing difference that I could trick myself into.
They even
They
have the
should've-
same. They even both have an annoying yell.
Yeah, they should have at least mirrored one of their patterns so it went to like the other side of the board or something, you know?
Or maybe give them a different color pattern. Oh no, the pressure on the right side.
Alright, Scherzo gonna move on to Grand Finals with a win over Draco. Again, can't be overstated how sick of a run Draco had tonight. Wins over myself, Guckiwummpus, beating Anryyy. All quality opponents.
Yeah, making
This
the
is
podium
definitely-
in Mag Drop is no
Yeah.
small feat. This
Yeah.
is one of the most competitive games I'm an active participant in.
Right. It's that's a big. Those are big wins. So big shout outs to Draco. They've been entering tournaments for the past couple of months, right? This has got to be their best placement, and hopefully we're seeing more of this. We need more strong players, and what it seems like in Magical Drop 2, I think we kind of mentioned this before. We've had players come and go. Like Templons is not active this year, despite having been active for a while. We've had another couple of players before them who are Vestito was really good for a while, etc. We saw FSJ in the chat earlier tonight, who is also a really solid player. But whenever one of these players kind of steps out of the spotlight because life stuff comes up or they're playing other games, somebody new always kind of rises up to take that spot. We saw Guckiwummpus do it, right? We're seeing Draco do it right now. There's just folks who pop out of nowhere or have been grinding for a while, and the practice pays off. I think that's like one of the nicest things you could say about a game. And it feels like the work that you put in, you get rewarded for.
Definitely.
Oh, we're on the funny Wario layout now.
It's Easter, Dad.
Yeah, there he is.
Oh, no, that just absolutely
I'm glad.
tickled
Yeah, I'm glad
me.
I can light up your life. Yeah.
You don't even know. I'm gonna
What
have
year did-
so much fun with this. What's up?
I'm trying to think. What year did Super Smash Bros. Brawl come out?
2007, I think.
2007,
Oh, that was
2008.
Yeah,
Was it
2008.
January 31st, 2008. Yeah. So I've been sitting on that one for like 15 years, Juicy.
It's been cooking all this time.
Yeah, it's just been really, really getting primed.
You know, you should.
All right,
maybe
they're
you should
in.
enter Warriors Woods.
Warriors Woods
couldn't
is such an
force you.
interesting game.
It's fucking weird, dude.
That game is something else.
I still have a big hurdle to overcome, but I'm hoping to be competitive in it next month.
Did they set up their match? Oh, they're in.
Yeah.
They're in. I gotta get in there.
Gotta get in there.
I gotta get in there. So, again, thank you everybody who's been hanging out with us tonight, seeing Grand Finals. 2 players who have been there before, but I think they're going to put on a good show. So, Rudolph had been upset once or twice by Scherzo prior, as recently as last month, but was able to take it in winners. So they'll have 2 chances here to kind of close things out. It's been a while since they've won a tournament. It's been a while since anybody named Wampa won a tournament. I think Wampa has won. He's won every tournament he entered this year, and I think he entered every tournament. So I think he's won every tournament this year.
Then where is he
So it'd be
now?
nice for I don't know. College
break.
in Brazil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's we're firmly in the school year right now. So
Yeah.
this time on a Wednesday night, going into the holidays too. Probably
It's
not
probably like
I
final
guess
season or something.
probably midterms coming in
Yeah.
pretty strong. All right.
Well, I guess in
Rudolph.
Brazil, they'd be getting ready for summer break. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Well, the
I
other-
never
the
really
other
thought
side.
about that.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if Scherzo can pull another. I don't know. At what point do you stop considering an upset if it happens fairly frequently? But we'll see if Scherzo can claim one here. But I know Rudolph it'd probably hearten him to get back on top of the podium, even without Wampa here, right? It's been a while since he's tasted that number 1. And I feel like since I mentioned Majidora Masters is coming up, it probably has snapped him back into shape,
What, Majidoro Master? Oh my gosh, we're kind of stalling on Scherzo. So, okay, he has to get down from it, but like,
Yeah, he's behind by 50 here, and okay, he's cut it down, but still being down by 30 with like 50 orbs left to go is not a great place to be.
kind of even if we.
I was kind of letting him back in this one, but no, I'm gonna close it out. All right, 1-0 Rudolph. I think we're gonna probably see like a world here, maybe, or an Empress.
Thinking.
Characters.
Come on, pick Hanged Man. You won't.
I
Oh,
should have picked
gosh.
Hangman. Dude, you were right. World.
You
Yeah,
know
there
what
we
I
go.
just remembered? Platt used that color palette for the Fiscal Jester character.
Yeah, he posted it in the funny Easter egg chat.
Yeah, that's what made me think about it. Like, oh right, that's that Wario palette.
That is that word.
Crazy. I'm surprised at how many just like weird and sudden depths we had on this character last match.
Yeah.
Like, I
And
suppose,
people. Sorry, go ahead.
I suppose if you're like not paying attention, the fact that you have mirrored sides means that like a poke could be something you're just not prepped for.
I have fallen prey to thinking that I'm on the other side. So like, I'll be like, okay, all the pressure's going to come down the right side of the board, and then it comes down the left side of the board, and I'm like, uh-oh, I wasn't ready for that.
I am the dead.
But I think part of it is like, Deka mentioned this before, you kind of like have an expectation that your opponent's going to kind of play fair, and in Magical Drop, playing fair is kind of like giving both players a moment to pull their board down so that they can start doing the fun Magical Drop stuff that we all know and love. But I think sometimes people have started just like sniping each other, right? You know your opponent's going to pull down, so you do a quick 2-chain when you see that there's like an ugly pattern, and just steal a win, right? They expect to have a moment of breathing room, and then you're just like, nope, deal with pressure right now, and then they panic and they die. And we saw that happen to Draco on this very character last time. Or people, they'll pull up, and then it just have a really mistimed, you know,
or
misinput.
like they pull up, and then the board just doesn't pan out how they expected it to.
Yeah,
Big, I didn't think this through energy.
Yeah,
that happens to me a lot when I pull up like a power orb start, and then you clear the power orb, and then the board just doesn't move. And you're like,
the board doesn't collapse at all.
Yeah. You get none of the cascade, and then you're stuck with like this giant top board, and there's pressure rolling in on you. You have to figure something out.
Yeah, because they did the same thing, and
they picked
a 2-chain on a character that sends 4 lines is 4 lines that you have to deal with a full board.
Yeah. Oh no!
All right,
Okay,
a little bit of a misplay from Rudolph there, and Scherzo's going to
Yeah.
take a quick one. All right, we're going to death.
It's the vibe check time.
Me and the other high tiers saw you from the other side of the box. He came over to check your vibe.
Oh.
It's very good counting going on from Rudolph. Oh, I don't like that extra yellow on the right side there.
No, it's definitely scary. I don't like that. Throwing it in the middle is a good call. And now it's kind of hanging out with 3 other friends. There you go. Look at that.
Dies on both of them.
Scherzo can-
Yeah, Scherzo was, whatever Rudolph was doing, Scherzo was doing it faster.
Yeah, Rudolph made some weird choices in terms of like what color he was popping ice with. That I think kind of snowballed into just not getting efficient clears. Because Death is one of those characters where if you get the right ice layout and you pick the right color, everything just goes away. You just delete the whole board.
Yeah.
Okay, Rudolph.
The only problem is if you let too much of the ice roll in. So, Death's ice is, like, layered.
Yeah.
And if you clear it in, like, the 3 or 4 line layers that it comes in, it's actually not that hard to manage. It's just that it's really hard to manage popping the ice with the right color, 3 lines at a time, as damage is rolling in. And it's such an explosive pattern that, like, you're always gonna be receiving big damage.
Yeah, and it gets real. If you pick the wrong color, it just checkerboards itself, and then you're the vibe becomes off, and you suffer. Okay, Scherzo ahead here on quota. Oh no, Rudolph pulling it back. Some nice matches. Oh, but okay.
Well, it's gonna come down to the wire. Okay.
Yeah, see,
Rudolph.
I was doing some mental counting there. I was like, he's got it. He's got it. He should stop. Oh. See, like, that red's not going to cascade down, so he's got to do it manually. There you go.
The other funny thing about this pattern is that, like, if you look at Death's pattern and you see the 2 spires on the side and the big well in the middle, your logical
play is, oh, I throw stuff in the well, and it clears the stuff on the sides. And that's kind of true, until it isn't.
Yeah.
Because if you do that, you will get a big quota lead, and then you will look at the sides of your board, and you'll have, like, a yellow and a green on one side, and a blue and a red on the other. And that's it. Nothing in the middle, nothing else to mess around with, and you're just... You die instantly. That's the end. Game over.
It's like one of those, we talked about it before, like one of those horse race kind of things, right? It's a good tactic to have if you know where to deploy it. And if you do it too early, you gas yourself out, and then everybody overtakes you, and you die.
Yeah.
Okay, Rudolph, one round or one character.
Lovers.
Do it again. Oh, I thought Rudolph accidentally locked in Lovers again, like he periodically does. But Lovers it is. We haven't seen Lovers at all tonight on stream, to my knowledge.
No, there was one.
Well, I wasn't here for it.
That's fair.
Lovers is like Fool, but watch out.
What if a low tier was kind of good, but still a low tier?
Yeah. What if a low tier was annoying instead of just, or could like, the higher tier characters are dangerous. Lovers can be annoying.
Yeah.
Oh my god, 4. All right.
She still kind of
Scherzo.
can't kill you, but she can push your stuff out of alignment.
Yeah, and you can get tangled up, and you will lose the quota race, the ground in the quota race very, very, very rapidly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hanged Man has the same shape as Lovers, but he has a different color pattern. He has the same color pattern as World, so it ends up being a very unique mix. And the fact that he is a low damage character makes it a very vibe-oriented play style, because pretty much every chain you make just sends one line.
So this counterpick looking like it's working. They've been close both times. It's looking like it's working out for Scherzo. What happened to Rudolph that last round? He was ahead on quota, but he didn't make it all the way, and he left himself with like 6 orbs, but nothing on the board to work with. So he had to pull lines, and in that time, he just lost. Oh no, 1 in 10, okay.
And it works? Alright.
Yeah. Okay, we'll see where Rudolph goes here. This is, if I was him, I would just pick High Priestess. But he doesn't do that anymore for some reason.
High tier?
Tower?
We're gonna see Fortune? Oh no, we're gonna see Hermit.
Hermit.
Oh my god, how is Rudolph making these big clears on Hermit? What is he doing? Beating level 8 Hermit is like one of the hardest things I've ever done in a video game.
I actually really like practicing against him. He's a lot of fun to play. It's kind of like punching a brick wall repeatedly, but, you know, the times you do and you punch through it, it feels good.
Oh, Rudolph's chain resolving so much more quickly than Scherzo's, letting him pull a rainbow orb is gonna be a huge quota boon.
Yeah, I was wondering where he got that.
It was like 9 lines down, or it was like 1 more than the number of lines you can pull up.
Wow.
Yeah, he's
he
going
was
to win
cooking
by
there.
30, 35 on quota.
And Scherzo's last chance here to stay alive. Both of them getting the Rainbow Orb this time. Equal opportunity Rainbow Orb.
Oh, but there's
Rudolph,
still 2.
There's 2 of them. Is this where you pop them both at once and you take like the giant massive clear? Or okay, Rudolph saves. If I were them, popping them that close back to back, I would have just popped them both at once so they both resolved at the same time. It feels silly to kind of wait for that animation to happen twice.
I think you just want to mitigate or minimize the number of, or the amount of time you're spending actually clearing Hermit's pattern. But Rudolph is going to take it.
Yeah, Rudolph's going to take it. So nice work by Rudolph getting back on top of the mountain here. Nice run by Scherzo as well. Victories over me and Draco and somebody else who's got to be good. Anryyy, also good. Nice. So good run from Scherzo. Our rookie of the year, Draco, claiming 3rd. Myself 4th. Gucky and Leonant 5th. Anryyy and Deka taking 7th. So thank you to everybody who participated. Thank you to Juicey and the crew here for hosting tonight. Don't remember who was calling the back rooms today. We had KS and somebody else.
We had KS, Showsoul, and a little bit of Deka himself.
Wow. So thank you to all of them. We don't run without the people who are kind of calling the stream matches, to Crit for doing commentary, Deka, obviously, for holding it down, the Magical Drop commentary guru himself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so...
Anyway, we got a little bit of a fireside chat before we wrap things up. So, we're starting to get nearly halfway through November here. Next Wednesday, we are back with Puzzle Fighter, specifically Super Puzzle Fighter 2X for matchmaking service. That's the Dreamcast version. And beyond being just a port of the main game, they also added a couple of rule sets which, as we might crack open and show, feel kind of ill-considered. We're doing Y mode, and Puzzle Fighter Y mode has a couple things in common with the columns. You ditch the crash gems to set things off. Everything turns into match 3, whether it be horizontal, vertical, or diagonals. And I don't really know how to pitch this one. A lot of this is very hard, uncharted territory for us. So, check that out.
It'll be interesting to see, and you don't have to worry about an established veteran raining on your parade.
You can't. No one can be good at this ahead of time. Friday mode, November 17th. No Nintendo, but sort of. We are running a recently developed indie game called Dr. Thong's Righter of Wrongs, which is a spiritual successor to the GBA game It's Mr. Pants. We have the lead dev and artists on board to do comms while we run a closed bracket for that. A little bit of Q&A. But this game, I mean, Deka, you've actually played this more than I have at this point. You want to talk about it a little bit?
So Dr. Thongs is an interesting game in that your goal is to make rectangles. They have to be at least 2x3, but they can be as big as you want them to, as long as they're rectangular or square. And you make these rectangles by just placing pieces straight onto the board. You can place your pieces over other pieces, but you can't place a color over its own color. So your goal is kind of to manage how many colors you're placing onto the board. You've got to think about it both in terms of I'm clearing things by making shapes, but I'm also clearing things by just covering them up with a different shape. The pieces you place can be 1x1s, 1x2, 2x2, a 1x2L, or a 2x3L, and then there's a long eyepiece for a 3 long. So it's a bit of an interesting piece variety, and it's It's a real doozy. The single player mode, your goal is just to clear the entire board, but you only have 2 minutes to do it, and it's hard. It's really hard to play that fast.
Following that, with a technical Nintendo month, technically mystery, we will be doing Pro Yaku Neto Puzzle Stadium. Nailed it, probably. Don't double check me. This game is what if Puyo Puyo were framed by baseball? So you have an offense and defensive player. Offensive player, you do chains. That scores you bases, scores you runs. Your opponent is trying to do chains in response to force outs and side switch. So your scoring system is contextualized by how many runs you make, not whether you top out. Topping out is almost kind of a slap on the wrist. And there's other things in the version we're running. You may see that little Super Famicom logo up in the top right there on it. Wrong. No, we are running the PlayStation version by DuckStation. And it adds a couple extra wrinkles, like, say, the defense of the pitching side can actually influence your opponent's RNG. So, this game has some stuff. It'll be our first DuckStation game, and that means a lot more new games down the pipeline for us in 2024. Like, there's some silly magical drop for PlayStation. We'll explore that.
Oh, there's some silly magical drop for PlayStation.
There's magical drop.
Everybody's ready to get their controls inverted.
Oh, you don't even know. And wrapping up the month is going to be Soul Dam. This was a surprise darling for us in like late 2021 where we started playing this. It's very much kind of like Tetris meets Othello. So you're doing color swapping and you're trying to vie for board positioning off of placing tiles that swap colors out. It's really cool. It's honestly one of my favorites in the past couple years. You should check it out. And I do not have a slide for this last one, but we ran a game in early access about beginning of last month, Hamster Scramble. It's a Puzzle Bobble inspired game, but the biggest wrinkle on it is also kind of an action platformer. So on the bottom half of the board, you are actually fishing for hamsters scrambling around as your RNG. And you can also invade your opponent's side of the board, slap them, do shots on their side to screw them up. It's a time. And that game is actually getting its proper release on Steam tomorrow. So you should go on there, look up Hamster Scramble. It's wishlist it now. I really can't express how much of a good time we had running that. And with that, we're going to see if we have any puzzle friends to raid, pass on the goodwill from Full Throttle Tetris.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. Have a good evening.
Yep. Well, we're just seeing...
have a good one, everyone.
You want to talk about something, birdup? It sounds like you said something in the middle of bracket, but I kind of forgot.
Oh, well, I mean, if we're still hanging...
I'm still looking.
Keep an eye out on the Magical Drop Discord. I'll put it in Puzzle Wednesday as well, because there are